bathroom. Meanwhile, there was no sign that said women's bathroom. There was no sign that said men's room. It was just a door that had no sign on it.
Yeah.
So and meanwhile, the women's bathroom was right behind her. But just the fact that she was just like, this is the woman's bathroom?
And she just starts peeing in there.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go with it. Yeah,
at least there's a mop in here.
Got a bucket and a mop.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I wanted to tell a bathroom story too. It's a really short one, but
Glad we all had bathroom experiences this week.
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have them usually day to day. This was a week that I gave them to you guys.
It's an off week.
I gave them to you guys.
I took the most foul, hideous, disgusting shit I think ever. And I knew it was bad because it smelled like a Whopper Jr. when I was done.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this is not good. You smell the meat.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Did you eat a Whopper Jr.?
No.
It was a Whopper Jr. stored up for many, many years ago.
Yeah. This is like my body processing, apparently, meat for the first time. It was horrendous. Wow. So I got out of the bathroom, and Dawson and Marina were over, and they instantly walk into the bedroom. So I was like, oh, God. And you know that feeling when, like, oh, no. Like, for some reason, you're paranoid because someone's going to smell your shit.
Yeah.
You know, everybody shits. Like, in fact, you're like, why was I so embarrassed? Everybody shits.
Like,
they all know.
Smell my shit. Oh, no. So Gianna walks into the bathroom, and she just goes, hey, the bathroom smells really good. So I said as a, like, you know, haha, well, I just took a shit. And I don't think anyone knew I was serious. It didn't permeate the smell, or they just thought someone was making a Baconator in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this bacon smells real good.
Yeah, and it's not just like the time when, oh, yeah, like, I hope someone doesn't smell my shit. Like, Marina went in there to, like, check something in the mirror, too. I was like, oh, God, I don't know.
He starts sweating bullets.
Yeah, I was like, why is Alex dripping sweat?
Maybe it was like a
Like, go in the other bathroom. The other bathroom. You have to pass that bathroom to get to this bathroom. I'm confused.
Yeah, why is everyone in my room?
You're like, get out.
I'll make my theory that it's a nostalgia thing. How like smells are triggers. Maybe it smells them of like the shits that they like grandpa
That
used to take or something.
Speaking of that, fuck, I can't smell like the Clorox, the regular Clorox, the same.
Okay.
My whole family has stomach issues, but my grandma had ulcerative colitis. Rough. Anyways.
Is there a dog in here?
But so she used to spray Lysol, and obviously Lysol just covers it, and it smells like Lysol poop. Lysol doesn't cover anything; it's not meant for that. Mm-hmm. So it would like waft through near my bedroom, and I'd be like, huh. So now I can't smell.
Yeah, it kind of ruins
Lysol.
the smell of the actual product now.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
now I spray it, I'm like, oh, it smells like shit to me. It's not even shit, but it smells
you're
like
just
it's
spraying shit out of the bottle.
Yeah, our parents used to do Lysol too, but I don't think I got that.
No, you have to be like you just ate something bad, ran to the bathroom.
My Whopper Jr.
Whopper
and
Jr.
then spray that.
And then spray Lysol, and they'll be like, oh, it smells so great.
That's the beauty. I think that's the beauty of them having different scents, because one scent kind of gets ruined for you until you get to ruin another scent, and I think you get to make your way around to be like, oh, this one doesn't bother me, because it's more distant in my memory.
I'm just thankful Febreze was invented, to be honest. It changed things for me.
Would you like to look at the camera and thank Febreze?
Thank you, Febreze, for making everything so fresh.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of poop stories, it reminded me of another.
Yeah. Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yesterday, I think if I'm getting is I feel like I've been dealing with like whatever finance things and maybe other stuff in my life, and I get IBS-y, not to get too much into, but yesterday I just took a kerplunk, like it just like shot out like a cannon.
Well,
this happens to me.
Did it rip your butthole on the way out?
Yeah,
that happens to me.
Yes.
I needed emergency surgery, and no one wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
Because it smelled like shit.
Well, I understand. When I get stressed out, I'm like, I'll turn to Tony and be like, I haven't pooped in a whole week, and he goes, what? And I'm like, a whole week. I go, I'm in so much pain.
Butthole week.
Butthole week. A whole week. I was like, my everything hurts. I go, I don't even feel like eating anymore because I don't know where it's going. It's Harry Houdiniing out of my stomach. Where is it going? But
oral makes my whole day, but anal makes my whole week.
Yes. Amen. And
Sorry.
Apple cider vinegar helps a lot to like loosey-goosey. Eat a whole bunch of apples.
The only last part I had to this story was I I was like, I gotta make breakfast and do this, that, and the other thing afterwards. And my wife gets back from her run, and then she goes into the bathroom, and her words were, "What is that?" I flushed it, but the residue.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not good when it doesn't even look like it anymore. What's that? Like, I pooped.
Oh my God. So,
yeah, I just fade away into non-existence.
like I said before, a whole bunch of stomach issues with my family. My cousin's very much like me, very constipated. We talk about it all the time through the phone because whatever. So she's told us this story.
Yeah.
My grandma's very funny. My grandma's not afraid to say honest things. So I guess when my cousin was little, she forgot to flush the toilet. She walked out. My grandma goes, "What the hell?" She was like, did you eat a hamster? Who ate a hamster in here?
Damn.
It's like, ate a big hamster. You're like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hamsters
Clogged
are small,
toilets.
though. It doesn't...
Ate a big hand. Well, maybe it's like shaped like.
It's like as big as like a large hamster,
It's
like
like
a guinea
breathing.
pig. It's like as big as a guinea pig. You're like, oh.
Hair goes in and out.
Who literally shit out this hamster?
I think the worst
Hamster's
part.
traumatized.
Lemon wings.
I think the worst part about being constipated a lot is the fact that like you can clog toilets. Not even with toilet paper, just in general. I've clogged so many toilets and I'm like, I don't like this. This is not the vibe, okay?
Yeah, no, me too. I've been there.
I was like, I've been at work where I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what do I do? I'm not good. My kryptonite is plungers. I can't explain it. I won't
Oh,
explain
you can't
it.
get in.
I cannot. For the life of me. I've tried my hardest. I've spent like an hour in the bathroom or so at one point trying to be like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Does Super Tony fix it?
One time he did, but it was already flushed. The other stuff flushed.
You sound
but it
like
got
your
clogged.
toilet was clogged for like 3 months at one point. Then.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
clogged
I was
it,
at
Tony
work
couldn't
one
fix it.
time. Thank God I
Oh.
left this job, but I was at work one time. And I worked at
That was the
vet
day you
place.
left the job.
Yeah.
No, I wish I left the
I
job.
gotta
at that
leave.
point.
Right the
I wish
final
I
toilet.
couldn't get it, so I had to have my boss get it. But everything, it was very embarrassing. I was like,
Have you
I
heard of
can't.
poop knife?
And no. What?
There, I think it was a Reddit post or something. It was like a meme on the internet. People who had something on the side of their toilet, and it was a knife used for cutting up the poo
Oh
so
my
it
God.
could go down.
Shark Tank shit.
Yeah,
That's smart. But
yeah,
like,
Shark
the
Tank.
worst part is it was in the back room of the office, so like only people who worked there could use it. It wasn't like the public one, so it couldn't go on like somebody
But-
took a shit back here.
Yeah, so the plunger skeeves you out.
No, I just can't use it.
Oh, so,
It's just my
so have-
kryptonite.
maybe poop knife is your
Poop knife is my solution.
Yeah. Well,
stab.
Eh.
only 6 months till your birthday, Rachel.
I've had knock on wood, knock on somewhere. I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it happened like 3 months ago. We're watching my dad's house, and like I took Snapchat photos because it was like so funny. Tony unclogging the toilet
my
for
God.
me. I'm like this, sitting on the side of the thing. I was like, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
like up to where it could be before it starts falling. This is in my house.
So wait, you're one of the flushers that's like it didn't go down.
It went all
Let
the
me
way down and then
hold-
clogged.
Oh,
I go, how did you even, how?
but you held it down, or else it wouldn't have
Yes.
filled with water.
No, I mean, no, we tried because we were trying to like plunge it. The water went down and Tony flushed it again and went back up.
Oh,
Yeah.
your poop expands in the
Yeah,
pipe.
and it just expanded. I guess like the water
Tony
was
got
like,
it.
"Whoa."
Tony got it. But it was just very like, I was like, I hate I'm sitting on the side.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Whatever this is when it comes
I
to
was sitting on the
plunging a
side
toilet.
of the tub being like, I hate my life. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
kill me. I'm like, this is not what it has to come to, does it? I'm like, this
It's okay. It's just like a horse.
Wow.
He would
Just
know,
walking
right?
by
Married
the
to a
toilet.
horse. Yeah. At least your horse poops in the toilet.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Speaking of shit stories,
Yeah.
who wants to take it from there?
Oh,
It's Peter Pan.
Oh my God! That.
All right.
Peter Pan. Hi, guys. We watched Peter Pan.
Yeah, the cameras are on now. We can finally talk about it.
We watched,
Yeah, that poop conversation wasn't recorded.
don't worry about that. Speaking of Peter Pan,
Speaking of
we watched the new Peter Pan movie. It wasn't complete shit. It was just, I don't know who. I feel like they were at the table pitching ideas, and they're like, all of them, all of it. I don't know if you felt that way.
Is it remakey?
No.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
It's like
Continuation?
different.
Yeah.
Well, it's a remake, right? Because it's the same story over
It
again.
really
Is it the? Yeah.
It really isn't. They
yeah.
Is it Peter and Wendy going
Yeah.
to Neverland?
Yeah, it's the same
And
story.
he
It's the
goes
same.
and he fights his shadow.
Yes.
Yeah. In the beginning,
Sounds
it's
like Peter Pan.
okay. Relax. First of all, the very
Reboot
beginning, I was like,
versus
wow,
the-
this is very accurate to Peter Pan.
Uh-huh.
Like very like spot on. I was like, oh, I really like this. I love Tinkerbell.
You mean to like the Disney movie? Like the classic Disney movie?
Yeah. I was like, she's very sassy. I really like what they did here. And then it starts to go into different storylines of like, I don't know if you guys are gonna watch this. I don't know if
I
you
probably will. I like Peter Pan.
Okay, so you don't want me to spoil it?
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
It's Peter Pan.
All right. So they go into like Captain Hook.
Speaking of peanut butter.
Yeah.
You see Captain Hook. All that stuff is great, and then Tiger Lily comes. She's not tied up. She's a warrior now on a horse. She speaks her own native language. That's fine because the original was very, very offensive. So
Really
understood
racist.
it very, very
Lots of
racist.
Native American
That's
racism.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done something so good with that character, and it's like what they did was like such a trope. I feel like to like be like Native American strong, you know what I mean? Like it's like what they
the character's still Native American,
Yes.
but they just respected.
Yes.
respected.
And that's just
she
too
rode a
much.
horse. No, she was always riding a horse. Did you know she was always riding a horse?
Like they didn't know what to do with the character?
Yeah, it's like they didn't know what to do with the character.
How do we respect her?
Yeah,
Leave her alone.
Respect her. I appreciate that they let her speak her native language. They showed like them together. I just feel like she didn't need to be on a horse all the time, like a white horse all the time. And
She literally didn't get off the horse?
No, she was.
she was on the horse like
the
once
horse.
or twice, but there was a lot of scenes with the horse.
I'm trying to think. Yeah,
There was a lot of scenes with her on a horse.
she could have been a centaur. Yeah,
Yeah, she might as well have been a
the amount of
centaur.
time she was just on a horse could have been a centaur.
But I don't know if they didn't know what
Her
to
leg's
do. But
broken.
she was part of. She came in as part of like the Lost Boys,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not part of Lost Boys. She lives somewhere else with her family. I guess they didn't really. I feel like they could have done it more, like different and still been respectful. You know, like they could have lived on that land, and then they also did. Oh, Captain Hook was Peter Pan's friend, but Peter Pan got mad because he missed his mom and he kicked him out of Neverland, so he had to grow up, and then he came back and he was angry at Peter Pan because Peter Pan kicked him out and forced him to grow up.
So
Sounds like motive.
yeah, no, I was gonna say that's what I liked
Sorry.
about it though.
And Peter
I
Pan doesn't
liked
do that. I don't know.
I liked that
I wasn't a fan of the way they executed it.
What's the OG lore?
Is it though?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't think so.
I
The
don't
OG
know.
lore is that Captain Hook is just there, just like Peter Pan is just there.
Mm.
I think it's OG. The OG is like it's supposed to be like kind of there and
Ask
kind of a
ChatGPT.
dream.
Yeah.
Like it's like supposed to be like
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah, 100%.
It's supposed to be like kind of like a dream, like not really a dream. Like you're not sure if that was a dream or not.
So,
Oh,
but
you
what
should. Sorry, I didn't mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
You should also ask it afterwards if it's a good idea for in a reboot for that to be the case, and then see if Disney used ChatGPT.
Like ChatGPT's
Like,
opinion on it.
Is this the accurate lore?
Yeah.
And then if it's like no, it's like would that be good for a
for a
remake?
remake?
Honestly, I didn't hate the switching of like to people of color. I didn't mind that. I could look over that. Like that wasn't like part of the color. Like Peter Pan's not like orange hair. Like he's
Oh.
like
Yeah.
I would say like he's a little bit darker. Understandable. I'm okay with that. Like the story was good in the beginning. I'm like I'm okay with the changes they make. Some people get very upset about it. I was
I
okay.
want to clarify my question to it.
Yeah. Sorry.
So does the new Peter Pan movie 2023 accurately tell the lore of the original story of Peter Pan, especially in regards to what you're
To
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook's backstory.
I did feel bad for
With
Captain
Peter
Hook,
Pan.
though. It did make me go, okay, but then it made me go, Peter Pan's a bad person. Peter Pan's not a good person. I walked away going, Peter Pan is the villain of the story. Like, and I don't think I'm supposed to walk
No,
away
that's right.
feeling.
Well, I think
that
that's
way.
like a common Peter Pan thing too. But
Yeah. No. So what? Well,
And then he ends up being alone,
so
which makes
what?
you like.
What I liked about it I don't know how close it or not it is to the original
Because he
book.
doesn't remember the
No,
original
I'm not
movie.
even the Disney story, the book, because at the end they also say, based on the book and the Disney
Did you
story.
read it? Did you read the book?
Uh-oh.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh shit,
That's
we're
what I'm saying.
here.
Book?
That's
Wow.
How can you
That's
quote
what
the
I'm
book
saying.
if you didn't read the
It's
book?
been so many
That's
weeks.
why I'm not quoting the book.
Never let go. Never let go. Titanic taught me
Yeah,
anything.
being
Don't
married
ever
is
let go.
always holding a grudge.
Apparently.
Just remember.
It's one of the staples of our podcast at this point. You should probably rename the show. Welcome to Did You Read the Book?
Yeah.
Well, this was a situation where it could actually be used.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
Yeah, I
good.
was waiting for that.
But he was asking if it was.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That was my
I
question.
feel like he's quoting like he's read the book professionally.
I'm pretty sure I asked. I don't.
It's fine.
It literally isn't like that in the book. Did you read it?
Did you read the book? Because you're quoting like
So I
it was
said-
the original
no,
book.
I said-
I'm not even sure if you actually watched the original Peter Pan movie. We had this conversation. Did he watch
I
Peter Pan?
definitely.
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
it
yeah,
with
yeah.
you?
Yeah, we've watched
Definitely
Peter Pan.
it. Because I used
I
to
don't
make,
believe it,
I used to
because
make
there's so
videos
many
of
things
me
here.
trying to be Peter Pan.
Yeah, Tony was
How old was
kidnapping
he?
little kids.
I was.
And I was like, Tony, maybe
As
we
a
could
kid.
fake it for the video.
I was like, no, this has to be accurate.
I don't.
And then he detached his shadow, and that got really fucking
It was weird, yeah.
But he's back to normal.
Yeah. So what's going on?
So I had to rephrase my question. Basically, asked like in the original Peter Pan book, what was Captain Hook's backstory? In regards to Peter Pan, were they friends? Right, because that's
Yeah.
what you're getting at. So to just get to the point, it says that the original book published in 1911. There's no indication that Captain Hook and Peter Pan were ever friends.
Oh.
In fact, they were portrayed as bitter enemies throughout the story. And then,
That's crazy. I
and
was
then,
right.
like, you obviously, this is like what you know as Captain Hook being depicted as this pirate, blah blah. But it says there is some information provided about Captain Hook's backstory, but is not directly related to Peter Pan. It's revealed that Hook was once a gentleman named James Bartholomew Hook, who
Oh,
attended
they did aim that. The guy's name was James. They did.
Eden College and became a feared pirate. However, there's no indication that Peter and Hook had any prior relationship before their encounters in Neverland.
They made that up.
You made that shit up.
They made that shit
Well,
up.
I think it was good because it gave a reason for
For him
this-
to not like him.
Yeah, like because
The whole reason was that he cut off his hand in the original thing.
Yeah,
That's
with
why
the
he hated
gator,
it.
why?
yeah.
And then the gator.
And why is he an old pirate?
Yeah.
He fed it to the gator, and now the gator's stalking him because he wants
But
to eat
see,
him.
but no. So what
That's
I
pretty
like,
good motive.
what I liked about it is that they gave a reason for a couple of things. First, when Wendy's reading the story in the beginning, you're like, how could this be real if it's a story? They explain that.
They didn't read a story. She sang a song.
No, they read a story. They read a story. They literally opened the book in the beginning of the movie.
Okay. Whatever. Whatever makes you. I just feel like I didn't say the movie was horrible. I just said I feel like they went out of control at the end. Where I was
but
like, they.
so
Matt, welcome back to the ring.
Ding ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
You missed that Tony didn't read Peter Pan the
Yeah.
book.
You got a
He's
fight
quoting
going
like
on
he
right
did.
now
It's fine.
so
about the original Peter Pan versus new Peter Pan.
yeah.
It's an all-out brawl.
What, the Disney animated or Hook?
Have you ever seen
No,
the one
no,
with the
animated.
blonde-haired boy, the blonde boy? They actually did a live-action Peter Pan.
Oh, you're talking about
Not Hook.
the Peter Pan.
Yeah, the
Or
hot
Pan.
What?
Wait,
hot guy. He was hot when we were younger.
Oh.
the animated one?
No, they had a
No,
live
the
action
live-action
one. They had
I
another
remember it
live
being
action.
awful.
I remember all the commercials. Where
Oh, well, it's okay.
Because I was
We're
little.
kids.
There's
kids,
live
yeah.
action Peter Pan. The only
they
one
did.
I remember is Hook.
He was
Yeah.
With
blind,
Robin
like-
Williams.
He was blonde and like this.
I remember one being a woman playing Peter
That's
Pan.
what I was saying. The one that was on like the play. That's what I was just looking up because it was played by.
Yeah, it was played by a girl because they want the young
Yeah.
boy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I liked Casper Meets Wendy. So
Yeah, me
you're
too.
totally
I
cool with
love
liking
Casper.
Pan.
I was like, Casper and Wendy was great.
Yeah, I love
was like,
that movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Casper's so hot. He's a ghost.
Oh my God.
He's a bald
Even
ghost.
I questioned myself to this day where I was like, Casper.
Casper the
You
Friendly
know how there was
Ghost.
like a romance in that movie between like the girl and
Yeah,
Casper?
yeah.
You talking
Yeah.
about the first one?
Casper. Yeah, the first
When I was a
one.
little kid, I thought Wendy was cute,
Yeah, there you go.
but I didn't. I mean, that makes sense. You like the boy.
yeah, because
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the
He
girl,
looks like a dick.
I mean, the girl wasn't bad. The girl was good looking too, but that's not the point. He reminded me of a
that.
Backstreet Boy for some reason.
Casper's head.
things
Don't
I
hate
do to
me.
that.
You're probably like some animal person,
Huh.
Sonic's girlfriend or something.
You know what? Why
Sally?
did the dad have hair when he was a ghost and Casper had nothing?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, Casper just looked like a sperm.
Yeah. You know,
Casper the Friendly
remember the dad died from being a drunk ass?
Forgot about that. Yeah.
He fell through a manhole.
Yeah.
He just looked like the
That
dad
was such a
with
good
hair.
movie.
That's true.
Let's talk about how Casper.
Why
was
couldn't they
such a
give
good
Casper
movie.
hair, even
And
though I
even-
know he's iconic?
Even
Yeah.
like the brother ghosts or whatever the hell they were.
Yeah.
They're all like goofy looking and dumb.
Yeah.
And then Casper still looks like just
Maybe
Yeah,
it's like
interesting.
how long you've been dead. Maybe that changes.
Like you
the-
lose your
Wait, no, we
features?
gotta go back to you guys fighting about Peter Pan.
All right.
So,
So-
And the dad was still drunk when he was a ghost.
oh wait, yeah. That's so strange.
Trying to shove Casper back into his ghost penis.
Oh my god.
Get back in there, sperm.
How'd
man.
you get out?
I gave you life. I can take it away.
So
I need an adult that's sober, I think.
Okay, so I was just gonna say
I'll let you finish yours.
Yeah.
and
No, I was gonna
Just
say
story
I
here.
like that they gave a backstory and a motive, and they kind of explained things that they didn't explain in the other ones, right? Like, so the backstory between him and Captain Hook is like, why does he hate Captain Hook? Why did Captain Hook hate him? Like, I want to know why. I don't want to
That's
just
not why
watch
they're
it.
there. That's not why they're
Okay,
there.
but that's not the point. I enjoyed it because I didn't want to just watch a movie and them fighting for no reason. I'm like, that's stupid.
That's
I don't
Peter
want to
Pan,
waste time
though.
doing that.
Yeah.
And then, so then there was that, and then they explain, like I said, the story, why there was a Peter Pan story and
I
stuff
wanted
like that.
to see the mermaids. You saw them for 2 seconds. I
Well,
wanted to
they're
see
there.
the
Yeah,
mermaids
they're
try
there.
to
They're there. They
I
did
wanted to
show
see
up.
the mermaids try to drown her, like in the original one. No.
Yeah.
We didn't even get there.
But I like that. I liked.
Wait, in the original, wasn't it like Peter Pan's like, nah, it's cool, I know her. And then the mermaid's like, all right, we won't kill her.
We won't kill her. Peter Pan, we love you. We won't kill
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Pan.
I don't remember.
He was supposed to be like the iconic hero from a storybook because it was supposed to be debatable if that thing was real or if she was dreaming the whole thing.
Hallucinating,
Well, no,
having
because
those
then he
fever
goes back
dreams.
for her like granddaughter or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
in the second
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't count that. We count the first one.
That's lore, Rachel.
Yeah.
You
Lore,
can't
it's all in
escape the lore.
Yep.
sure. Okay.
Lore.
So
We're
that
the
was
lore
just confirming
police.
it wasn't a dream to her.
Well-
Yeah.
That was in the second movie.
And then he's like, don't worry, I know I'm 1,000 years old, but
Yeah.
I'm legal.
I mean, there was
To the ranch.
there was aspects I liked of it where like it was that Peter Pan, they left the real world. They talked about how like at the end Peter Pan lived in the house that Wendy lived in, and that's why he kept coming back.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, there's reasons for
Peter
stuff.
lived in that house and he left because he was angry at his mom, but now his mom's like dead, and like he doesn't know where his mom is.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Same with Captain Hook. He was like, she banished me, so I was never able to find my mom, which is who he missed.
What if Captain
They
Hook is
never
his mom?
explained. They never explained how Peter Pan was able to fly into Neverland.
What do you mean?
Captain
Tinkerbell.
Gender.
That's the only reason he was
How
able to
did he
do
meet
anything.
Tinkerbell. Tell me.
Well,
Yeah,
they didn't explain that. That'll be the sequel.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I
Yeah,
feel
you're right.
like if they would have stuck to one,
What? Wait, didn't they explain Tinkerbell and like Hook because he was crying and sad that he was all lonely and
Oh, yeah.
in
Yeah,
Neverland,
that's
and then
true.
she's like, "Oh, little boy,
Yeah.
I will follow you everywhere."
Just like that.
Yeah. And then they became friends ever since.
I honestly,
yeah. Oh my god! And then she did.
honestly, I can say my
Holy
favorite
moly.
character in that movie was Tinkerbell. To be honest, And that
Tinkerbell's
was-
always cool.
Yeah,
She
Tinkerbell's
was,
always sassy,
she
yeah.
had
Yeah.
that little like, which I knew probably was gonna happen, but it took me off guard where she was like, ding, 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 and it was the
talking,
same,
yeah,
like,
was the bell.
like it sounded like a bell, and then at the end she was like, oh, please don't forget, and Wendy's like, please don't forget me to Tinkerbell, and she finally heard her talk go, I'll never forget you, and she was able to hear her
Yeah.
speak, which was cool.
I'll never forget
I
you
liked
'cause
how
now I can
sassy
get with
she
Peter
was.
Pan.
I like how sassy she was. She was the right amount. She was the right actress to pick, to be honest. Like,
Wasn't it in that blonde Peter Pan movie where Tinkerbell betrays?
yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Tinkerbell betrays Peter Pan because she's jealous of
Yeah.
Wendy.
Yeah. She's
And
like,
she goes
I
to
want
Hook
him.
and goes,
Oh.
Yeah.
But you know what really messed me up in that movie, that new movie, was when they panned over and you saw
Peter panned over.
They panned when they were panning over to Hook. You saw his wall. Yes, I get it now.
I'm afraid of what the next words are going to be on the
moved over
wall.
Hook And there was a fairy pinned to his wall, dead with a skeleton.
Oh, that's
and the
fucking
wig's
metal.
dead.
Yeah.
It was like, this is
This
a
is
children's
Not your
movie.
fucking grandma's Peter Pan.
Why doesn't he just take the powers of the fairies?
Yeah, he should have just eaten it like Link.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
I know is I was very bent out of shape. I was like, this is a children's movie, and you're saying like the character dead.
What's it rated? Is it PG-13?
It's on Disney Plus.
That doesn't mean
Is there
anything.
a
Yeah.
song in it sung by Tom Hanks?
No.
No, but there are songs.
It almost felt like
Yeah, it's
it
really
wanted
weird
to
in a
be
Peter
a
Pan movie. He
musical.
kept saying Pinocchio.
It almost felt like it wanted to be a musical, and then just like was like,
Well,
no.
there's
Dude,
songs in
songs,
it, but it's
like
not.
two from the Pirates, and that's it.
Oh, pirate song. That's
Yeah,
cool.
two pirate songs and then one Wendy song.
Does this movie not suck?
I don't
I'm
know.
so torn because I feel like you
I
guys
enjoyed
don't
it.
know.
I enjoyed
I
it.
think it deserved the score it got. It got a 6. It wasn't
What?
a 9. It wasn't a 10. It got a 6.
Oh,
Because they
6
said
out of
that-
10. I
it
thought
said-
like out of 100.
No,
Oh, wait.
it said it had a lot of dark tones for it to be like
Oh,
a
yeah, that's whatever.
children-based movie.
Yeah, but that's
Adults are
better.
watching
That
it
makes it
too.
better.
Yeah,
We're
kids
in the
always
modern
like-
day,
when
the
you
modern
watch
day
it,
stuff.
I want your
Stuff.
opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I'll
Because
definitely.
Tony's hyping it up, and I'm like, don't hype it
Yeah,
up that
Tony's
much.
gonna make us hate it.
Yeah. Where are the Brothers Grimm tales for children?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean-
exactly.
I think the issue for me, it's like, I would have been fine if they just focused on the Captain Hook thing and didn't talk about how Peter missed his family and he was really a real boy. I want that make believe of like Peter Pan existed in this other world.
Oh, but
And then at the end, he gives away all his lost boys and lets them go back to their real world. So he really stole them. And then he goes back
he
to
did.
Neverland on the boat.
Yeah.
And with Captain Hook and you think Captain Hook dies. He pops up out of the water and smiles because he sees Peter Pan came back.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. It was a good story arc for both characters because the whole story is about
Yeah,
them
Peter
hating
Pan's
each
alone,
other,
but
and then
it's
it's like,
fine.
what?
And now the guy's gonna die because now he's old. And Peter Pan's gonna be alone forever. Does that make you happy? Okay.
Yeah, he deserves
Make
it.
in Hook, wasn't it just like baby and carriage roll downhill?
Was it? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was just
I don't
For
remember.
the pizza.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, really, what really the story was based
Rufio.
on.
Rufio.
What
Rufio
they
is great.
think actually reason why Peter Pan was like made is they actually found like a box in the writer's basement, dug, with like a stillborn baby
Oh.
and the book of Peter Pan in the box, and they think that his wife had a stillborn baby and they buried it, but Peter Pan was the boy who never died. So they think the writer based Peter Pan on the boy who never died, which would be his son who never died.
So
and
there's a
lived forever.
stillborn?
So they think
in a box?
Yeah.
it was in a box. They did find it in a
Ew.
box.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
the
they-
writer?
of the writer it was way back in 1900s or some shit.
That's
but
nuts.
they think that the Lost Boys were really like kids who like were stillborns or never made it, and they live forever, and they're able to play in this thing, and Peter's able to be the hero that So that's really what the book, as far as I researched, I did.
So it's heaven.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, shit like that is what makes people think the Rugrats is like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, isn't that the thing? Like, all the Rugrats are dead and everybody's just in Angelica's head?
mind,
Yeah.
That's the same
That makes
thing.
more
It's
sense.
because shit like that.
Yeah,
You found a kid in a box in the writer's basement.
Yep.
Well,
I
there's a
still
lot
think
of
that's
things
weird.
Like,
That's crazy.
like for example, here's another author that they almost are positive he had this disease. Alice in Wonderland is a disease called the Wonderland disease or Alice in Wonderland disease, where like you think you're 10 times bigger than you are, you think you're 10 times smaller than you are. It's a psychological thing where like you feel like your body's growing and it's not really growing, or you feel like you're like just like literally just like Alice in
You're
Wonderland.
saying the writer had that?
They think the writer had it and was just writing about.
But then how could he
Those
write it
things.
so casually in the book?
Yeah.
Like,
Don't know.
Yeah.
It's because they drank the tea or did
Don't
the
know.
stuff.
But they said everything that was
interesting.
in the book, like all the stuff that happens to Alice, actually is part of what the people think happens to them.
I hope in 50 years that's what
Wonderland or
happens to
something
Thrasher.
Yeah. Where they
These are
think the
real
guy was just writing down, like,
I think they fought crime.
they think people were he was just writing down his like quote unquote hallucinations, but they weren't really his hallucinations. It's just like probably what he had. And he also was trying to marry a child, so
Oh.
that's also something. Whose name was Alice, and that's why he wrote her and never.
So he's the Mad
Yeah, he's a
Hatter?
Batman villain.
Yeah.
yeah, he wasn't the greatest guy, but whatever.
Yeah.
Children's book.
Like Alice, you mean like the Batwoman character?
It's fine. He was obsessed with a little girl. It's fine. Named Alice.
Jeez.
That's
That
awful.
was weird. Whatever. Sorry to ruin your.
Okay.
Well,
I don't give a
those
shit.
did sound like optimism facts.
Yeah.
did.
We got a lot of good optimism factors. And we're not even in the corner yet.
No, we're not.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, there's not that corner.
But I wouldn't think this was the worst movie I've ever seen. It just wasn't something I'd want.
I feel like
to
you
watch
both
again.
have good different perspectives that kind of
Yeah.
like equal
Yeah.
each other's out.
It just wasn't horrible. It's just something I wouldn't sit down and want to watch again.
Wow.
Which says a lot. It's not horrible. It's just something I wouldn't go
It's just
out
dog
and
shit.
buy. Like it's for me, it's not
yeah,
something I
and
go
like
out and
it's
buy.
useful as a fertilizer and
As a starting platform for something else. I think they've already done Peter Pan in live action. I think they could have focused on another story in live action. It's just something to make money, I feel like, for them.
Oh, but that's everything.
Mm.
Literally
Okay,
everything.
okay, go away. Thank you. He's Jiminy Cricking over here.
It's for
Speaking of Disney.
Flintstoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but never make some money.
I'm like, all right, Jiminy Cricket, get off my shoulder. Thank you. Speaking of Disney. All right.
all right. So speaking of Disney, has anyone else seen the entirety of the latest season of Mandalorian?
Nope.
No.
Entirety? No.
So that probably speaks volumes, right?
Yep.
Volume. Sorry.
We got him in The
We're very
Last
punny
of Us.
this
I feel like.
episode. Let's pan
Like,
over
we got caught up
here.
with The Last of Us, and I'm like, I don't know, because it takes me out of The Last of Us, because he's him and
Pedro
You
Pascal.
getting like overdose of,
But he's
of,
overcovered
yeah,
up.
of PP.
never.
Oh, so aren't you
Well, but
watching it?
yeah, you just said.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have time.
Well, the whole
I think
season.
I just got caught up, and I was like, I didn't have time to watch it, and it just
At the very
the
least,
hype is not the same as it used
it's
to.
like maybe the weekly releases are annoying, so at least the whole season's out. So
Yeah.
be like, fuck it, let's binge the whole thing. You could do it, but in like a week or something. So I'll try to keep it spoiler free. But it's interesting. It's like I guess there's probably like a lot of conversations about like Star Wars fatigue. Is it happening again? As they keep trying to crank out even more stuff.
Yep.
But I watched the show. I still am enjoying it, but I don't know if you've heard like what people are saying about this latest season compared to previous. Have you heard anything out there in the interwebs?
All I know is that Grogu is the cutest thing ever, and still is the cutest thing ever. And I've seen him run around and do his thing and talk, and
They do a thing with Grogu this season where I think he's supposed to do like a Yoda force jump, but what it really looks like is they
the puppet.
basically like shot him from what do you call it? Like,
Shirt cannon?
yeah, and he just like he goes from like here to be like and like
wow.
and like
Yeah.
hug someone, but
I saw that. That
it-
was hilarious.
yeah, it looks like they force grabbed him, like the way that he looks like he unwillingly went.
Oh wow.
But-
I heard he looks like in certain seasons people zoomed in and they're like, he has no feet. He has no feet when he runs under his little thing. They're like, we haven't seen a single foot.
That's
There's
funny.
No feet.
Well,
So like he lifts up and they're like,
you got them. They're puppets. Yeah.
The scene you're talking about, I 100% felt like someone had a green hand and tossed him like a football. Because it really.
He does it more than once too.
Yeah.
And it's just like it still doesn't get like more normal.
I've seen him in The Robot.
It's like he's just like, goes backwards and unnaturally. Oh, him in the robot.
Him in The
yeah.
Robot, no.
Yeah.
No.
So, one of the big
Start making
criticisms of this season that I think I agree with is it seems a little more aimless than the previous two. Where I don't know, even though the fact that I remember the first season I think a little better, where it's like he meets the child, is supposed to deliver it, and then it changes his mind, and he's like trying to protect it. And it's like, yeah, it does evolve and change as it goes on, but you know, it's like things that you're emotionally invested in and care about. So the thing that, you know, ironically, I'm not very emotionally invested in are the other Mandalorians. And this season seems to have a main focus on them and their culture and their society. And maybe I'm missing the point, but I get the feeling like they haven't put a lot of thought about the Mandalorians and their religion, because they're got a real chill, lax, like ever changing like rules of their religion. And the things that you think like wouldn't fly, and like they seem so stuck in their ways, and then they'll be like, what if I do this? And they'll be like, this is the way. And you know, there's a Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
I'm not. Did you guys are Star Wars, Clone Wars, or Rebels people?
Yeah, I liked Rebels.
Yeah.
So you guys probably have more of a familiarity with her, because I really didn't until she showed up in live action on this show.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like weird stuff online about like, I think the anti like woke community be like they're like Pedro Pascal's not the Mandalorian anymore. And it's like maybe because he's technically not under the suit at all. He just voices the character, and maybe they thought like it's like the show's gonna go off and he will be more of a sideline character. They'll be like a Mandalorian versus the Mandalorian. But I don't think it ever got to that point. I don't think there ever was like a single episode where he was sidelined compared to someone else. Maybe there was ones that it was closer to 50-50, but I don't think that was a fair thing to say. But when they do focus on Bo-Katan's character, I have a hard time caring. Like, I find her storyline, like, I honestly don't even really understand what it is. She just has her own sect of also Mandalorians, but these are the ones that don't like wearing their helmets. And to the other ones, that's like the biggest no you could ever do. Right. Is not wear your helmet. That's not the way. I don't know, but so let's just say, like, you know, so it seems like the plot of the show is like, you know, their planet, I guess Mandalore. They're like, oh, it's completely unlivable, and then you know, I'm gonna go the Mandalorian. What's his name? Din Djarin. Yeah. It's just like, is it though? And they're like, or maybe Bo-Katan's like that. Like, nah, I was there the other day. It was a sweet. Like, there's a Blimpies, and they're like,
the Blimpies.
They're like, shit, really?
And a Chipotle.
Like, we should probably go back to our planet then. And then apparently it's like very valuable. It's got lots of resources. The new or you know, like the growing empire with Giancarlo Esposito's character, you know, are like interested in like kind of taking it over. But it takes till I think like episode 6 or 7 before he even gets to like, oh, this is a plot of the show.
Oh my god.
It's just like, it's very like, I've been hearing that Disney is like, also with the Marvel stuff, is for whatever reason thinks it's in their best interest to make episodes more episodic. Like, not to get into the whole like our big argument about what's canon and what's not. It still can't. I mean, what's like I'm sorry, serialized. It's still serialized, but but that they will have like real like episode of the week like emphasis. And as opposed to like let's just tell another chapter to this, you know, 8 chapter book of a season of a story. So it felt like that for the most part. I thought the final episode of the season was really good. It just kind of was just like, where was this the whole time? I would dare someone who's like kind of checked out of Mandalorian but like was caught up otherwise to just watch that final episode, watch the recap, so you'd be like, oh, all right, I guess I get it, and just watch that one that was like a good episode, and just let me know if you felt like you missed anything.
Okay, so there's a lot of filler, basically.
That's my thought. I felt like nothing else was of like serious consequence. They do stuff that they take back, and I don't know, like kind of hit like a little bit reset button. I don't think anything happens that's super like game changer. We know because of that one Boba Fett episode that Grogu's right. That was the end of last season. That Grogu's back with him. Yeah. Like, so it's like, yeah. So it's not like you're missing how they reunite or anything. They're back together already from episode 1 of this season. So
you know he can force put somebody to sleep.
The only thing you'd be missing out on are some goofiness. There's an episode where they say a bar got turned into an elementary school. What? I think they even call it like an elementary school.
Yeah, they do. They say
not even school.
Yeah.
And some like real Pirates of the Caribbean space pirates are just like, I'm still going in there to drink. Like, you can't drink in an elementary school. Yeah. And it's like, try to stop me. And then that's like, you know, the episode's like big fight scene.
That's the plot of the episode?
Dude, that's episode 2 or 1.
That's 1.
Oh, yeah.
and the guy's like, don't drink there. Just come back to my office and we'll all drink together. They're like, no, fuck you. We want to drink here.
It sounds like they didn't know what to do for this season at all. It sounds like it's just like at the end they're like, "Oh, we need an actual plot."
That's
guys.
what I was saying with the first episode when we talked about it originally. I was like, this first episode feels like they're just trying to like, we need to do all this shit so we can have episodes.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And when they go on Mandalore, they very much emphasize that it's unlivable like a whole bunch of times. And even me and Gianna watching, she goes, that's not unlivable. And then they park the little spaceship. He goes, droid, go outside and see if it's livable. He's like, yeah, And then they just step outside and they'd have like a whole adventure there for like 2 episodes or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 episodes. Yeah.
And also, the Mandalorian looks like a dumbass when he's on Mandalore.
Oh, jeez.
Because he's like, I'm going to bathe in the waters of Mandalore so I can regain my, whatever significance as a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like the biggest no-no is, it's like you take off your helmet, which he does at the end of whatever season.
Yeah.
Is like I think that was in the Boba Fett show. It's like, you are a Mandalorian no more. So he's like, I'm not a Mandalorian anymore. It's like, no, never. Unless you take a bath in the waters of our home planet, but our home planet's unlivable, so you're fucked. And he was like, I still will try. And then it's like, it's super livable, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's okay. Go.
Do you get a certificate after bathing in the water to prove that you bathe in the water in
Prints out
Mandalore?
of a machine, and you're like, oh.
That was something that they even mentioned. They're like, how do you bring proof? And he's like, well, you witnessed it, and I also am going to put some of their water in this canteen.
How do they know it's that water?
Yeah.
What?
They
Got bring it to a scientist.
They have Plankton's little machine. 50%.
Mandalorian water.
Yeah.
From Mandalore.
50% weed.
I think Bo-Katan is there to
This
make...
is piss. This is not water.
Fucking machine.
It's like, that is the water of Mandalore. Pee!
Pee.
This is pee!
There was a big monster in there. Monster's gotta pee.
Mandalore pee. It's Mandalore pee.
No. It sounds like Justin Roiland's skin.
Yeah, it does.
But, so he gets sucked into the water, and I still don't know if the monster pulled him in or what actually happened, because Gianna goes, he's too heavy. He sank.
That would be really funny.
It's just because of the armor?
Yeah, it's his heavy ass armor. It's like it was a lot deeper than he anticipated.
Because it's what it looks like.
Oh, man.
Tony, is that what's like when you try to swim?
Absolutely.
It's like, this is very relatable television.
Yep.
I can confirm. And sinks like a rock.
Yeah, you should watch that scene then.
He spins and sinks. I just don't understand.
Yep. I think
Because he's kicking and he's not moving his arms, so he's just spinning like a boat. One paddle.
the third, I think, episode of the season tries to do something interesting. Tries to be one of those shows that, like, not 100%, but maybe like the first, not more than 3/4 of the episode is devoted to characters we never focused on before. And it's like, if done right, it's like what comes to mind is like that The Last of Us episode that I personally thought was really good. Other people, want Bill to be on the spoiler. Anyways,
Spoilers. They should have watched it by now.
so, yeah. Anyways, but maybe they didn't know that like that would be in such recent memory to be like, yeah, here's something like different to throw at you. And I guess they like went for it, but I was just like, I don't give a shit about this. I was like, I don't care about. I don't know if it's a huge spoiler to say like who it focuses on, because what the contents or whatever. It's the scientist who was supposed to analyze Grogu. I don't remember like was it the first episode where it's like, I have to go retrieve the Mandalorian goes to retrieve whatever the the shipment is, and it ends up being a child, but then like there's a scientist that's about to do stuff to him. Oh, I think it's the time when he rescues him, maybe like episode 3. And there's like the scientist that was like, I wasn't going to harm him. Like he seems like he's like an innocent, wimpy little scientist guy. He's just working for bad people.
Right.
So him, but he's like basically like he was never that bad. Now he's working for the good guys. And so one of the main henchmen for what's his name? What's Giancarlo Esposito's character's name? The
Darksaber guy?
Yeah.
Not anymore. He doesn't have.
While he had it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just, he had like this female henchman who just kind of like had a unique face, and she didn't really talk much. This one, she's gonna talk.
Oh, all right.
And and the whole plot was like she's good too? ? And the whole episode. I mean, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But I'm just watching the whole episode, being like, she's gonna be bad, right? So I'll leave it to you to see if she ends up being bad or not.
Okay.
It's like she's gonna double cross him and be bad. And so it was like a 40-minute wait to be like, okay, all right, that's over. And that was like, whatever. I won't spoil that. And it ends. So the final episode, I think, is good. Like it's entertaining. It's got fun pacing and all that. But like it kind of leaves you also wanting more. It's like they set up these villains and these characters expecting for like I don't know, big epic conclusions to it, because this felt like it could in some ways be like the end of the like a series finale. I felt like it was to me felt like the end of like everything that like the plot elements and characters that they built up to kind of give them like at least like this could be it. Like if the next season starts, they could do like a time jump. They could probably skip ahead a number of years to let something else brew and develop. Maybe give Grogu a bit of a growth spurt if that's possible, since he's already like 80 years old and doesn't grow.
Like House of the Dragon.
Yoda.
Make him shrink.
Yoda.
He becomes a Polly Pocket.
Benjamin Button.
Just make him say like a word, maybe. It's like they feel like they're copying Baby Groot with him. Yeah. So.
Ligma.
Yeah. What the hell is Ligma?
Yeah. Is that your sister's name?
Ligma nuts. Wow, he talks.
But the final episode does bring in a lot of like new ideas and concepts that I guess are like after the fact trying to like tie together the plots of the original. I guess not the original. The sequel. What's it called? What do you call movies 1 through 3? No, 4 through shit.
The prequels?
No, those are prequels.
The original
trilogy with the sequel trilogy is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it was so hard for me to say. With like, you know, somehow Palpatine returned, and there's always been clones in Star Wars, so they're playing a lot with that type of thing, which I don't know, it made me have thoughts and theories about the show, but I guess I can't talk until other people watch it. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything, just like that. Maybe I can talk about it then. If you want to hear me random theories about Star Wars, and hold your ears, because I don't think it has anything to do with this show. It's just like Star Wars in general.
Yeah.
Star Wars has had clones since, I guess, forever.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, Grogu, probably a clone, right?
Ooh.
Oh, like clone of Yoda?
Yeah. Or
could be. Clonda.
Clonda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had that random thought, like, oh, that could make sense.
That makes sense.
Clone him at a
They're
later
fucking
time.
around with cloning everything. What?
Should have cloned him at a later time. Like, he ages up all these other clones.
Yeah, right?
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Then they couldn't sell the toys.
The Empire?
And girls wouldn't want to watch a show because of Yoda.
No.
Baby Yoda.
Exactly, yeah.
Grogu. Whatever.
Yeah.
But Pedro Pascal.
Oh, that too.
You don't even
Dad.
see him. What are you talking about? It's just his voice. You could just AI that too. You don't even need him.
You can
Daddy
jerk off to a
Pascal,
voice.
can you please?
Just his armor. It's so shiny.
I can see myself in him.
Oh, yeah.
I can see myself in your pants. Yeah.
Can.
Oh my god.
All right, so that's enough of that, I guess. Those are my thoughts about Mandalorian. All right. What you guys got to talk about last time, and we've since caught up on, is Power Rangers.
Yep. Once and always.
Yeah, it was like once and always, around and around we go. Is that what it's called?
Yep. Upside down. Here we go. Yep.
Okay. Spoiler alert again for this Netflix special if you haven't seen it, because it was shorter than I thought it was going to be. Like, oh, it's 55 minutes, which is probably couldn't have been any longer.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah. All right. It was really interesting to watch it after hearing you guys talk about it. I felt like we were watching something completely different.
I definitely saw the hair plug thing.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, you did talk about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Immediately, that's all I could look at on his
Oh,
face.
yeah,
I
that
was
was-
like, can you please look away?
Plug it in, plug it in.
Yep.
He didn't want to be made fun of, but he put something on his head that makes him...
I'm sorry. If he didn't want to be made fun of, he shouldn't have made this special.
Thank you. I was like, and him be the main character.
Yeah. And then complain about not being in it enough.
Yeah, that was weird.
What did he want the whole movie to be him?
That was his
It's kind of
complaint?
hard.
Yeah.
So
That's very
annoying.
strange.
Yeah. The guy was like, they cut too many Billy scenes out of this. It's like, you
The whole
can't
movie
act.
was Billy. Yeah.
They
That's
cut
why
it
they
because
cut the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really can't act.
That's why you were nothing after this.
And
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be truthful because nobody else will be with you.
And I did go back and watch old Billy scenes, and he could never act.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh
See,
man.
then I'm being truthful, not mean.
Yeah, I was
Just
like,
can't
uh-oh.
act.
He reminded me of the kid like from Black Adam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
This guy's all right.
And I know he said he was bullied about all the stuff and everything, and that he didn't continue signing on. But was his problem not with the original team? Because he stayed on longer than everyone else.
He stayed on longer? I thought he left the same time as Jason and Trini and
No, because he was with Rocky.
Oh, you're right. Oh yeah, what?
But somebody who got bullied, he sure stayed longer.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what I was because I saw
That's
a
true, I didn't
scene
think about that.
where
He was in Turbo, wasn't he?
yeah, that's the thing. I saw a scene with him with space aliens talking about like I'm gonna give the power of the grid to this girl, and I'm like, I don't even know who that is. It's like he's on the show forever. What the fuck is happening? He's literally on here longer than everyone else.
Oh, that's true.
And then I saw a scene of them trying to give him the Gold Ranger powers, and they're like, not you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, what the fuck?
was that when Jason got it?
I don't know if Jason already had it or what, but they're like, he just goes like, yeah, I'm gonna get the Gold Ranger powers, and then he just walks back to the team all sad, and he just goes, yeah, I couldn't get the.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh fuck. Yeah. So thoughts about the special? My thoughts.
Yeah.
You guys are saying like it's very kiddie and thing. I thought it was shot really well, and that it could have been really good, but the script was just awful.
Yeah.
And not so
I was giggling the whole time. It was supposed to be serious, and I was giggling.
And I was saying to Matt, like, I don't think saying it's a kid thing is forgivable because there's so many kid content
It's
out
not
there
meant for kids.
that has a good script.
Yeah, that's better.
So I was like, this is just bad. It's just bad because you could have wrote it at least so it's coherent for kids. Because even it's like it's so dumb. There's so many things that I'm like, what the hell?
Maybe those were the scenes that they cut.
Yeah, that's
Did
true.
you see how they pretended
time.
like everybody was alive?
Yeah,
That which is like, I was like, you couldn't have. Okay,
and they didn't kill Trini. They exploded Trini.
which is
blew her up.
disrespectful because you died in a car accident.
Yeah.
First of all,
I saw that shit, and you guys were like, yeah, you know, she dies. I was like, what the fuck? She
fucking
explodes up.
Yeah,
and
bits
they
of her
don't
went
even have any
everywhere.
of her
Yeah.
body.
It explodes.
Yeah.
I was like, and even when we were watching it all together, I was like, oh my god!
That's pretty wild.
And then someone gets hit with that same ray.
It doesn't
Yeah,
get
no.
explode. Yeah, it
No.
doesn't explode. It doesn't make sense.
No,
Yeah.
it's like
Passes
it's
out.
enough to kill a ranger.
Yeah.
But if it hits your little,
The morpher. Yeah.
no, that just powers it up.
Yeah. That didn't make any sense. I agree 100% with that.
And I never thought I'd miss people in suits when I saw the Megazord fighting. I was like, I just want to see the people in the suits.
Yeah.
Like, you guys had it so far.
Yeah.
Just like stick to that shit. Like, no, we need to do the magic flip.
Yeah.
No. So
But apparently it was
giggling.
number 8 in like the top Netflix films.
that says a lot about Netflix.
Because everybody was being like, did you see that train wreck?
Yeah.
I saw so the clip where Trini's daughter sees the 90s is what we called it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did she also see her mom die in a car accident? I'm confused.
Oh my god.
Because they just zoom all the way in.
Yeah.
Don't even move it and just play the 90s in her eyeballs.
Yeah. In 3-4 TV camera memory.
And on Twitter, everyone's like, I couldn't believe how hard I cried at that scene.
Oh
It
wow.
was so like
It was
gut
not
wrenching and
emotional.
stuff like that. Like,
Did you see the same thing?
Yeah, I felt the same way because I watched a black nerd comedy. He's like a really funny guy. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Sonic
I
and
love
stuff.
him. He's great, yeah.
He said he loved the special. I'm like, I don't get it, guys. What are we
What are we
watching? The
missing?
same
Are we
thing?
are
Yeah.
we so nostalgic for the past that we're just gonna go? This is acceptable.
Yeah.
It's not.
I was
know.
very nostalgic, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, are we just gonna be like certain people so nostalgic that they're just gonna accept trash?
Yeah, and
Just go, at least we got one.
so much of it was
So
a
good.
cop out too. It was like, oh, we bought these action figures. Go buy them too.
Yeah.
And Rita Repulsa.
Be like Rita.
yeah, that should be the ad.
I'm like Rita Repulsa. I put my figures on my shelf.
It was all like the
Then she
same three
explodes her
Rangers.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got the
what?
yellow one from every dimension.
Yeah.
And why didn't she just kill all of them?
Yeah.
Because her plan is to go back in time and tell
kill them.
Rita, I'm evil.
Yeah.
It's like, and? I need to tell her the knowledge I know. Evil. So fucking...
So much knowledge.
Yeah. I thought that it was going to be some weird time thing where she goes back in the past and she's the reason the capsule was opened.
Oh,
So
that
she
would be
unleashes
cool, yeah.
Rita in the first place, and it's
Yeah.
like this weird loop. And then she's like, no.
No.
To 10,000 years. Close it.
Yeah. Close the browser.
Stop the DVD player. Someone take the VHS out. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Also, I thought the whole time thing, I was like, oh, perfect. They could save Trini.
Oh yeah.
And no! They're like, leave her dead, close the portal.
What's dead must stay dead.
Yeah. This is right when she gets the powers, like 5 minutes after this. Can you just wait and bring her home?
Right.
Sometimes dead is better.
Apparently.
Then he wouldn't be able to live in her house.
That
You're not
is
the
true.
Yellow Ranger.
Yeah, listen, I'm
Wouldn't be able to
benefiting a
bring her
lot
back.
from this.
No, I live in this house. As soon as she died, he put his name on the mailbox.
Yeah, what the hell was up with
That
that?
was so weird
Yeah,
too.
that was very strange.
And I was like, oh, now that's weird. I go,
Yeah.
first of all, that's not your kid.
Yeah.
Second of all, you tell me this girl doesn't have
Well.
a dad. I go, okay.
Is that like he adopted her, therefore both their names? I don't know. It was very,
don't know.
it was very head scratching.
He
Yeah, it
takes
was
her
very
name
strange.
off.
Yeah. My house.
Yeah.
My house. My successful
Where was he
life.
living before then? He's just
A
like,
trailer
oh,
park down by
Yeah,
the river.
Zordon's dumpster.
By the bay.
He was living in his lab.
Yeah.
After 20 years, I'm free.
my God.
It's time to adopt a girl.
To kill her mom and adopt her.
And even the fight scenes where I was like, man, like Rocky didn't keep practicing
No,
martial
he
arts.
didn't, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm more critical now than I ever was as a kid, but to see, like, Chunky Man, and
Yeah.
like, time to morph, and he's like,
Yep.
I'm like, that's totally the same guy. I
Yeah.
really believe it.
It's the spandex keeping everything in.
And so he's a firefighter now?
shrunk
Is
his
that what
head.
it was?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was the hero we needed.
And the Pink Ranger is just a mom.
I think it's a mop.
Yeah.
I went,
Yeah.
she can't be a mom and...
My kids were drowning when you pulled me into the grid.
I was like, she can't be a mom and something else? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So what I got out of that part too, where they were saying that was Tommy's kid, are they going to just replace Tommy now too? With the
Probably.
kid? Like if they do
Oh.
another
Is it-
special?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it
They're going to
seems
create
like,
a
yeah.
younger Power Rangers. They're going to go, "Pop, new Power Rangers."
People that could act.
The girl acted better than
Yeah,
Billy.
the girl was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Classically trained versus...
Right.
Trash
She
to
actually
begin
was
with.
like doing fight moves with her own, you know, like fighting with her own like pace. Like,
Yeah.
They should make just a reality TV show where they throw all the Rangers into a house.
Oh my God.
Because that way I want to see him.
Ranger House?
I don't want to see him act. I want to see him be.
Yeah.
Now I just want to see a crossover between this Power Rangers and Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
And they don't even call it that Big Brother. Just call it the Grid.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
Just saying.
Grid.
Good idea.
It is.
All those people who actually like Power Rangers.
They just
Yeah.
need somebody else to die so they can move into their house.
No, yeah, apparently that's running a plenty, so you're gonna have
Yeah.
it's more than enough Power Rangers to get a few houses.
They murdered Alpha 5, right?
Yeah. Now he's Alpha 8.
Yeah.
They skipped 3.
Yeah. That's counting.
Yeah.
That was fucking ridiculous
Yeah,
too.
it was.
Because he's sitting at the computer like, this might be all my fault.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
This
fucking
is all your
dumbass.
fault.
Like, then he has the flashback where he's like, oh, I brought Robo Rita.
That time I brought her in.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Right this way.
And then the fact that he's offended when the Trini's daughter goes, "It's your fault,"
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
all offended. It's his fault. It's his fault. She's dead.
Yeah.
She jumped in front of him. It's
Yeah.
his fault. He should have died. First of all, let's do the math. They should have killed him all. save themselves. They had a perfect way to do it. And he's like, no, wait.
And it didn't feel like they're all the Power Rangers. It felt like Billy and Zach are friends and everyone else hates them.
Yeah. They like hang out over there. Like,
Come on, let's talk
Jason,
over here.
Tommy, and Kimberly just hang
all
out.
the other Rangers like...
Yeah, the cool kids over there.
Yeah.
Because even when they show up to the grave, it's like, it's morphin' time!
Yeah. They're already fighting over there. Yeah. They didn't even wait for them.
They told us 9!
Yeah.
I said they couldn't have made that car look better. I went, that looks like I'm
the
in
flying
Barney
car.
and we're getting
Yeah, that
in
car
the
looked
car.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I go, it looks like a Barney car.
Yeah.
I said Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
She went,
that's
the bike,
exactly,
the cool car. No, the silly, goofy car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly. And why did she fly? Why did she need to fly and land? And that's what, I go, she could have just drove there.
Why did they need to teleport after fighting them? Because they're like, luring them all this shit. They're like, we can't teleport.
Yeah.
But then she drives right over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She flies like one block and she's like, here they are.
Yep.
On the magnet thing, just like we saw on the TV. The whole thing, I was like, God damn it, man.
Yeah.
Just have like the writers of like Adventure Time or something where it's like a kid show, but still good.
Yeah.
And a really heavy plot and stuff, and just have them write something.
Yeah.
Instead of this shit.
They probably brought in the old writers and they're like, go. And they're like, we're so tired.
I should look up.
doing this
I should
for
look
like
up who wrote it and like what
15
they've done.
seasons.
Yeah. I wonder if that's why the like Tommy, Jason, and Kimberly, like the actors themselves didn't want to do it. You know?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, they're not here because this is bad.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
it doesn't feel that way.
No.
It just feels like they hate them.
Yeah.
Fuck those Rangers. And also, when we were watching, I was like, shouldn't Tommy be the White Ranger?
Yeah. I was confused about that too when he showed up. I was like, why is he green?
Yeah, I lost my suit.
Yeah.
Unless, like, because they had Forever Red, and he showed up again as one of the
As the Red Rangers, yeah.
So I don't know if
He was
he's just...
Turbo Red, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's just got, like, a whole bunch of coins in his pocket. Like, which
Apparently.
one? I got my reader, I got my SPD, I got this, I got my a Nintendo DS, whatever.
But I was gonna say, Jason Lee Scott, right? Who's the Jason in Power Rangers? He has like a YouTube channel where he was hanging out with the Black Ranger, Zach. He was hanging out with Zach.
Wait, the
They
one
have
who plays which Ranger?
Jason, who plays Jason, the Red Ranger.
Austin St. John?
Austin St. John. What did I say?
Jason Lee Scott.
Oh, that's the character's name. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. I thought they were more creative with their names, but what do I know?
Yeah.
No, but apparently his real name's actually Jason too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought they were more creative with the names. But I guess not.
Fucking
But yeah, so apparently, so he has it's some kind of thing that I guess it spun out of all the like Ranger events they were doing at these Comic Cons. So he has like a channel now that does like a bunch of stuff where he like goes over all Power Ranger content and stuff, like even the old games and stuff. And then Zach was there, and so like it's not like he hated Zach. The guy who plays Zach was there, and they do a bunch of videos together.
Yeah.
So what
he had a lot of contention with
Tom
Jason David.
Yeah,
Frank.
Jason. Yeah, and so when he died, he put up a video and said like, "Look, I know, we
Yeah, I saw
we had
that,
our
yeah.
differences and stuff, but so I thought that was nice."
Yep.
But he was like, if I were to do Power Rangers, he's like, I would do it where like we would still be superheroes, but we would all have skeletons in our closet. And he's like, I would make it like a little bit darker. I don't think I would do it the way that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's making a comic now too. Apparently, there's a comic.
Cool.
It's called A Redemption with a 1 in it, and he said like if you like Power Rangers, you'll see some things that are like Power Ranger related in my comic, but it's a very dark, like a post-apocalyptic comic. So
Yeah. It's interesting because it feels like Jason David Frank always wanted to be a part of it, and then he's kind of like doing this thing, and then they had their contention and their fights. So it's good to see him being that, but it's also weird to be like, now I'm doing this comic that's like
I
if you
wish
like
they
Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wish they were like they get along sooner, so we would have more content with them together, because I thought they were really cool. Their dynamic was really cool and stuff.
Also, I had that weird, eerie feeling when we were watching the ending where they had Trini rest in peace, and they're like, all right, got to slide it over and have to add him now, because it really felt that way. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So sad.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In case you're wondering, the writers for this special seem to be being involved with the franchise since like 2016. They seem like they were on the same credits: Power Rangers Dino Charge, Ninja Steel, Beast Morphers, Dino Fury.
Sounds about right. They're tired, is what you're telling me.
Either that or,
this is what it seems like. They're just tired.
It's, the descent of the sequels is becoming more and more ridiculous and campy. Right. And, I mean, Power Rangers campy, but I mean, like, lazy writing, perhaps.
I know how it was written. I know exactly how it was written.
Not to shit on Dino Charge. I've never seen but...
Write a Power Rangers sequel where we only have the actor for Billy and Zach.
Write that in. Let's see what it says.
Oh my god.
You don't have a goddamn phone.
He doesn't get paid to be your slave. Okay? It's also part of this podcast. Thank you.
Do you want it to be like the same thing? Like they've aged up 20 years?
Yep.
All right, let's figure this out. All right, talk amongst yourself.
Look at that love resentment right there. That's the same resentment all the Power Rangers show.
Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be
He's the writers. Yeah. You want me to do what? They aged up how many? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Imagine them being writers. This is my accomplishment. Is all this. After stuff.
Billy was actually when he falls in love with that alien girl, they actually wrote him out of the show, but they kept his character and they aged him up as an old man. And they had the old man with the alien girl, and they're like, "Oh my god, what happened to you?" And he's like, "I gotta show you the scene after this." He's literally like, "Remember that time that those bad guys turned us into little kids?
What?
And then I had to become an adult? Well, what happened was that I kept aging and all this stuff." I was like, I really have not watched Power Rangers in a long fucking time, because it felt like the most weird Star Trek, like tuning into like a random season of Star Trek and pretending you know everything.
Wow.
This is really strange. Like, you know the characters, but what the fuck is happening?
That's insane.
Yeah. It's probably going into like Picard season 3 episode 4. Just being like, what the So
wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
How's this prompt sound? Make up a script for a sequel to the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This takes place 20 years after the most recent events of the show. Make sure that the only characters that can actually show their faces are Billy and Zach, because the other Power Ranger actors are not available.
Yeah.
Try to specify like they could still be present in their suits, or just let it figure out that for itself.
Leave it like that. Let's see what it does.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens.
One gets shot with a laser beam.
Spins around and explodes.
One becomes an explosive dreidel.
Oh my god.
All right, it's still spinning, but maybe I can start reading.
Okay.
All right, fade in. Exterior Angel Grove day. The city is bustling. This might take a while.
Yeah, it wrote it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The city is bustling with activity, and in the distance we see a familiar sight, the Power Rangers Command Center. We hear the hum of machinery and see the flashing lights of the center's equipment. As the camera zooms in, we see that Billy and Zach are working inside. Interior Power Rangers Command Center day. Billy is working at a computer terminal while Zach is tinkering with some equipment. They both look older and more weathered, but still have the same passion for the Power Rangers they did 20 years ago.
Huh?
Billy.
Same acting ability, too.
I wish I could just share this with everyone. Who wants to play Billy? Billy?
Zach, I think we've finally done it.
Yeah.
The new
Great
droids
acting.
are online and ready to go.
Great work, Billy. I'm Zach now. It's about time we gave the people of Angel Grove some new heroes to look up to. Narrator. Suddenly, an alarm blares and the lights in the room start flashing.
What the? Zach, we've got an emergency.
Let's do this! All right. Interiors.
Doesn't it feel like?
Yeah, it does. I feel like I'm watching it right
Interior City Street? What?
It does interior cities.
I almost missed that. I almost just read it like casually. Like, yeah, we're inside the city street. Kyle, I'm stuck inside pavement. As Billy and Zach race out of the command center, they see that the city is under attack by a giant monster. The people of Angel Grove are running for cover as monsters destroy buildings and cause chaos.
We need to call in the new Rangers. They're our only hope.
But Billy, we don't even know. They don't even know that we were the. What is this saying? They don't even know that we were the original Power Rangers.
We don't have a choice. The world needs the Power Rangers more than ever.
This is exactly it.
But back at the command center, Billy and Zach activate the communication system and contact the new Rangers.
This is Billy and Zach from the original Power Rangers team.
It's very Billy heavy too.
They kept cutting my shit out. We need your help. Angel Grove is under attack.
Interior, New Rangers base. Day.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
This is more interesting than
than the movie.
There's the New Rangers are a diverse group of teenagers who have been training for years to become the next generation of Power Rangers.
Wow.
They received the call from Billy and Zach and spring into action. We're back inside the city street.
I like if they were like the old Rangers met the new Rangers, but Billy still has to be like, yeah, it's me, Billy, from the old Rangers. He does it every time. It's like, we
still
know.
don't see them.
Yeah.
We literally met you 10 minutes ago. I'm confused. But, hey, this is Billy, the guy you just met from the New Rangers?
We met you every time an alien attacked Earth.
Yeah, it's me though from the old Rangers.
Yeah, you know.
Hello, it's
the
me.
million, the
The
Billy.
one they made fun of. It's me.
All right. So the New Rangers arrive on the scene ready to take on the monster. As they begin to fight, they quickly realize they are outmatched. The monster is too powerful for them to handle.
Uh-oh.
They're still not-
Zach, we need to help them.
But we don't have our powers anymore. How can we possibly... Suddenly, a bolt of lightning strikes Billy and Zach, and they're enveloped in a bright light.
Oh my god, it strikes them. Strike me down!
Back at the command center, as the light fades, Billy and Zach are transformed. They're once again the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh. There you go.
We're back.
Let's show this monster what we're made of. Into City Street Day. The New Rangers watch in awe as the original Power Rangers take on the monster with a combination of martial arts and high-tech weaponry. The battle's intense. The Power Rangers are able to work together and defeat the monster. Back at the Power Rangers Command Center. It's still daytime. As the Rangers return to the command center, Billy and Zach explain what happened to them.
We've been working on a way to regain our powers for years. We finally cracked the code.
What?
And now we're back in action. The Power Rangers legacy lives on. The New Rangers look at Billy and Zach with newfound respect.
Finally, respect.
Fucking old dirtbags. Realizing the importance of the Power Rangers and their legacy, which they were training for the entire time without even appreciating them. Fade out. The end.
Yeah.
That was a better movie than the movie recently.
They didn't talk.
It still knows that no one wants to be around.
It makes you think that this could have been the real one was AI written too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's more of a try.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, so enough of this team up superhero bullshit. I want to hear about Titans.
Oh.
Amazing transition. So let's see. So, did we talk about it at all yet? The new season or no?
No, it was on the agenda last time.
We talked about Superman, the Superman.
Yeah, Superman
Superman
and
Lois.
Lois.
Yeah.
This is an ongoing season airing, right?
Yeah, this is like the second half of the season.
And now it's done. Show's over.
It's gonna be over.
Show's
It's gonna
over.
be over. Yeah.
Oh, it's not over?
Not over yet. The episodes aren't done yet. It's
Well,
still going.
once this wraps
Once
up,
it
it'll be a
wraps up, it'll
series
done.
finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the second half of the season, but the last one's not out?
Second half of the season, but the last episode's not out yet. No.
How many episodes are out for the second half?
I don't know what episode
I'm-
we're up to. I gotta look it up.
Okay.
Not that many, though.
Okay.
Superman and Lois has more episodes than this does.
So you've seen a
Yeah.
few?
We've seen we're up to date.
We're
with,
up,
like,
yeah,
the
we're up to
newest
date. We're in the
release.
latest one.
It was really cool. This episode was pretty cool. It was them and also the Doom Patrol, which together, it was really cool. Where Beast Boy gets stuck in, it feels like it's split.
In
so
the
there's
interior city street.
so, there, so they
That's
have,
going to be the end of this episode.
some of the episode has like just the normal Titan stuff, and then this is Beast Boy stuck. He figured out how to work the red, which is he's now in control of the red. Which Kind of right.
Okay, so let's explain what that
Sorry.
is.
I love not knowing right now. It's like he
so you know
controls
Swamp
the
Thing?
red.
Swamp Thing has the
yeah,
green.
no, I know
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Yeah.
Right, but for anybody who doesn't know.
Oh, yeah.
So Swamp Thing has the green, which is like the connection to all plant life and everything like that. Then there's the red, which is the animal life. So all animal life is connected now to Beast Boy. And they also mention like Vixen. They mention Animal Man.
Animal Man.
And
They had
so-
them all there. Like they saw like every past person, and you saw like a white dude. Like compared. And you saw wildebeest.
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 Yeah. So
that.
So it's like the energy of the red chooses certain people to be like their like spokesperson, just like Swamp Thing was the green.
Yeah.
So they chose Beast Boy now. Now Beast Boy, there was like a whole plot about Beast Boy saying like you have to separate yourself from everybody. Your path is just with like protecting the red, like all
we
animal
also
life.
find out that the reason why he's Beast Boy is
Niles
Carter,
Calder.
whatever.
Calder.
He actually was putting that disease in people, and he killed his parents. And just to get that one person that would have that mutation, like Beast Boy, to get that one Beast Boy. So he's the reason why Beast Boy's parents are dead. But he was like the person that took him in also in the beginning. So then eventually he goes through the red, and that's where he sees all the different universes with Beast Boy from the cartoon one from
What?
he sees all the universes.
You see the cartoon Teen Titans Beast Boy?
Yes,
Yeah.
he does. It's opening to like different branches of the timeline.
They've
So he
different-
sees Flash.
They broke the
He
timeline.
sees Flash.
yeah.
He sees
Stargirl.
Yeah.
Stargirl.
James Gunn writing him out
Which
of the
Flash?
movie.
Oh my god.
He sees Grant Gustin.
Oh, the good one.
The good Flash he sees. I was mad that they didn't show Arrow. I was like, how are you going to show that Flash and not show? It's fine.
Because Flash is red and he's in the red.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but Stargirl's blue, and she's
You shut the fuck up.
he gets
This
to
is a
talk.
special moment.
He gets to talk. To
There's undertones of red.
He gets to talk to Stargirl for a little bit, for like a second, her being
wow.
like, "Who
Yeah, it
the
was
hell
cool.
are you?"
It was really cool.
And he's like, "I need to get home," and she goes, "Okay, I can help you." And then all of a sudden, you go back into the red, back into the red again, and then he ends up in the.
and you also hear like Superman's parents. Well, you hear Jor-El from like Superman the movie and stuff like that to show like everything's connected. So it was a really cool moment
That's cool.
to see that.
If only they didn't cancel the show.
Yeah, it's really upsetting
Dang.
because I was
Yeah.
like, this season was actually a lot more interesting than. Not saying all the other seasons weren't interesting. It's just this one, like.
I like the
Where
other
you're like,
show.
oh, I wanted
Yeah.
to watch more of it, and it's weird, especially Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol, all of a sudden, I was like, I'm like super interested. Not saying I wasn't, but like all their shenanigans, it was like comic relief.
Yeah.
Where I wanted to see it because it was funny and weird, goofy butt stuff happening. Yeah, there's these evil butts that eat
Yes.
people. Yes, that's the ability.
They're
of these
singing
butts.
asses.
They're singing
Yeah.
asses. Yes, I love Doom Patrol.
Gotta watch this fucking show.
Yeah.
That's
Whoever
what.
sold me on that they do crazy butt stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we were at the Comic-Con and I hadn't seen since I watched with Tony and Rachel, and they're like, "New season's coming out." I was like, "Yeah, I don't give a shit." And then it was the whole trailer was singing asses, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck am I missing in this show?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the Sex Ghost episode was
Sex
great.
Ghost was great. There's just Sex Ghost. It's great. It's great comic relief from one series show to the other. But this episode I really like because it was all of them, almost all of them. It wasn't Rita.
No, yeah. For some reason, they didn't have
Rita.
Rita there, but
Which is weird
they-
because she's a Rita. And they didn't have that other
yeah,
new
she was
girl.
busy on
Yes,
this.
she was filming a special.
She and the other new girl.
Oh, the new girl
was
too,
Rita,
yeah,
the
yeah.
one who was at Comic-Con. The
She's
Yeah.
Jess. Oh, new girl.
Who's that girl? Oh, I didn't. Okay, I got it now.
yeah, but it was cool. It was cool to see. I think it was a really cool callback to
You're
see.
singing the same key and everything.
I think it was really cool to see Beast Boy and Cyborg together, which was like a really cool callback. And
Well, in this version, it's like the first time they're meeting.
the first time they're meeting,
Yeah.
and they don't necessarily love each other too much. They're like, "Who are you?" until they see what they can do, and they're like, "Oh man, that's really cool." And you get to.
So now he could turn into all animals,
Yep.
and
Yes.
he does it a lot.
Yes, he does.
He actually does it more than I thought he would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He turns into the classic gorilla. He turns into
To the bird
bats,
and
the
stuff.
birds. He turns
Nice.
into
Oh, that's
everything
good.
now.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Does it look crappy?
I mean,
Uh-oh.
it's TV budget, so it's not going to
Yeah,
look like a
TV
movie.
budget.
but-
Sounds like an excuse.
Just the little tiny bit of silence.
the
I knew.
hesitation there.
The amount of money they spend on what's his face from Doom Patrol turning into
Brendan Fraser.
that's played by somebody else plays his body. He just plays the voice,
Yeah, like
Oh.
Pedro Pascal.
like Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal.
Oh, yeah, Pedro Pascal plays.
Yeah,
Bond.
but everyone's really happy about it for Brendan Fraser. And
Yeah.
everyone's really mad about it for Pedro Pascal.
Gotcha. As long as I know how to feel.
Well, Brendan
So,
Fraser.
good.
Brendan Fraser
I
has
caught
always.
you.
I feel like Brendan
Brendan-
Fraser has always been. Like,
Yeah, but he shows up in the show. Like when
shows
there's
up.
flashbacks.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah.
humans.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
That's the difference.
The racing stuff.
Pedro Pascal doesn't.
He
just-
does when he takes off the helmet. Is Pedro Pascal?
one time.
Twice.
Oh, shit, we're all the same. That's
You
hilarious.
seen the show?
but I enjoyed it. It had so in this season, Superboy's embracing Lex, more of his Lex.
Yeah,
side,
yeah, like the comic.
and
Yeah,
he's
but
now
different.
bald. He's now
Like the
bald.
comic.
And yes,
Yeah,
and he
How
runs
old is he,
Lex
12?
Corp.
Superboy?
Yeah.
He's like 20 something.
Oh. Well, either way, unfortunately.
Sylvan met Superman. They preluded to meeting Superman, and then Superman couldn't make it, and that's why he was
Yeah,
like,
he had a text.
Oh,
He's busy.
Yeah. He's
No
in
one
space.
watches kids.
he's in space. They said that he, and then that's when Superboy starts leaning towards like, Lex Luthor is my dad. And then he meets Lex Luthor, and then Lex Luthor immediately dies.
Wow.
From
Yeah, I mean, that's really early, yeah.
From that girl, whatever her name is.
Mother
HPV.
Mayhem.
Mother Mayhem
Yeah, HPV.
sends something to kill Lex Luthor, and he's dead.
Yeah. You guys were excited to see him.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
he
a
was a
minute.
really good Lex Luthor
He
too.
was really good. We haven't. So it's pretty good. He's running the company. You can.
And I think he does a good job as
He does
being
a very good
like a
job.
Connor Luthor.
Yeah.
Like he does a really good Connor Luthor. Which is
But it's
cool.
not like a. So in the comics, it was very much like a brainwashy thing.
Yeah,
and
this one
Raven
it's
had to
not.
go into his head and like fix him.
No.
In this one, it's like he's embracing it because the Lex that showed up in this version, he's like an older Lex, and he says like he's like, I did a lot of things I'm not proud of, blah blah blah, because he knew he was gonna die. So when Connor meets him, he meets a version of Lex that's like past all that stuff that he used to do. So
Papa Lex.
yeah, so and
He's
he
Papa Lex.
and like the difference is like Superman didn't even care to see him, and then Lex is like, no, like I know I created you, but you're like a son to me,
Like, you're
and I
my
want to give you the company
responsibility.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, but
Kind of
that's-
like you're my
yeah.
responsibility, and like I need to teach you how to be.
But for him to not understand that Lex made him and Superman wasn't consenting,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then be like, "Well, my mom isn't here." It's like, well, your mom didn't know she was gonna have you.
yeah,
This
Whoa.
is your Lex Luthor?
yeah. That was him as Lex.
That's the one version of Lex Luthor. They're about to show
Kratos
the other
version.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy.
Yeah.
They're about to show in
Super.
Superman
boy.
and Lois. They're about to show the next episode is
Yeah,
Lex
yeah.
Luthor. I'm curious, but I like where they're going, and they also showed what is the villain, the guy
Brother Blood.
Brother
Blood, yeah.
Blood, where you're like, oh, I feel bad for him, and then Connor gives him a chance, and he's like, I could make all your dreams of creating. He's a programmer before this, creating the program that you want to make like a video game. I can make that happen. You just got to get rid of your mom, or with Mother Mayhem. You got to get rid of her. And he did, and he kills his mom, and then goes, nobody's ever gave me the choice to be able to tell him what I want to do. And Mother Mayhem wants to bring back Trigon, back to the city, and she has the horn that summons him, but only a child of Trigon can use the horn. Obviously Raven's not going to do that. So it's him, her kid, who was born out of the prophecy, but he wasn't a girl. So he was born before her, but he wasn't a girl, so he didn't fulfill the prophecy. So
I like the story arcs that they're taking. So
Yeah.
what's interesting is they do a lot of like stuff that is the Jeff Johns writing, and they just try to convert it into like this show.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like they were rushing to get to this.
yeah.
But it's cool that like now that they've gotten into this, it's like the first season was nothing to do with the comics.
Right.
The second season they were like trying to do elements from it, like Death in the Family and stuff like that. And now they're like, okay, cool. Now we could do Teen Titans stuff.
Yeah.
So it's neat that
And
they're
then they
getting
cancel
there.
it.
Yeah.
Which is really annoying
Yeah.
because it's like you're seeing everybody evolve. So Raven's now like the white Raven, like not like the dark
Like in
one.
the comics, that's what happens
You're
in the
seeing
Brother Blood
everybody
arc.
step into themselves, like
Except you also have to separate it from the comics, or else you're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're seeing everybody like step into themselves, like Starfire's trying to figure out what she is, but then you can also see her like step into the leader role. Like she's more of a leader than Dick is a leader to them. I feel like that's like a lot like the comics. Like there's times where Dick stepped away from the Titans.
Yeah, Nightwing's
and it
not
was
even a team
Starfire.
member in like half these arcs. He was part of the Outsiders.
Yeah.
And actually, Starfire went to the Outsiders and shit like that too. But yeah, the Jeff Johns run, New Kids in Town, all that stuff was.
I like where they're going. Well, I liked where they're going. It's sad that it's over, but you know, in the show they gave him a choice. Blah blah. Even if he took the good choice, he still was a bad person. And this episode really showed that regardless of what, there's no saving him because they gave him the opportunity to make this app. But he made this app and put a spell on it, like like Raven
Mark
and stuff.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah. He put a spell on it, and the app. If you lose the game that he made, you go into a coma, and he takes your energy.
Like Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, he made Sword Art Online.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and
That was his dream.
and
Fucking
then
loser. Weeb.
it's very confusing to me because like at the end, so on the side, Dick's doing something with Rachel where they're trying to get her and her brother to not be attached like by the soul. So if she hurts herself, then he hurts himself, and if he hurts himself, she feels it. Kind of thing.
Dude, sex gotta
So-
be awkward.
Yeah, real weird.
But but the fear there is that if they have to kill him, she'll die.
She'll die.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they finally got
'Cause
that
we're
detached,
connected.
but when they got that detached, he was like, I can't feel her anymore. Like, and he's crying. So I'm like, are you good or are you bad because you love your sister? And they loved each other. They were trying to help him before the Mother Mayhem came. And Starfire was just supposed to like, just kill him because that was her destiny to just kill him. That's why she was there on that planet. Oh, whatever. If we're not looking at the first season.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
there.
Well, yeah, I think that's what they were playing with. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, in the first season, her whole thing was stop Trigon from showing up.
Yeah.
And
Now her whole purpose is to stop Trigon from showing up.
Yeah, like that was her purpose.
Yeah.
So you're seeing Starfire embrace a lot of stuff that happened with Blackfire, and which they never acknowledged, but whatever. Did you notice that they never acknowledged Blackfire ever again?
Yeah, they didn't talk
They
about
just
her
kinda-
anymore.
she kinda
But
just
she
did.
left though.
Left. Yeah, I feel like all the characters are embracing themselves. Dick already embraced himself. He had a whole season to do that
Yeah.
with his backstory. Now it's everybody else. It's really cool to see.
And well, I was gonna say, like, even Tim in this episode was actually, it seemed more like Tim because
Yeah,
he was
Tim is,
even
like,
was hacking the
embracing-
computer and stuff.
In one episode, he's embracing his sexuality, which is, I mean, cool to see in a character. He's just becoming more of himself, and it's really cool to see these characters be able to have the room to branch out. We never really see these characters branch out because they never put them in movies and stuff.
Yeah. But I do feel like sometimes there's weird choices like the part where they're disconnecting her from Sebastian, Brother Blood.
Maniscalco.
Sebastian Blood, Brother Blood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Potato.
But like I feel like they drag that scene on.
They do. It's like filler for.
Yeah, it's like they need
I
to
would have
make it
rather seen-
reach a certain time limit or something. It's weird.
I would have rather seen more of the Doom Patrol one where they just kept it
Yeah.
all like that, because that was really the Red brought him there, not for him. Starfire ended up opening a door, and all of a sudden she's in this hallway, and they're like, "Don't close the door, don't close it," and the door closes, and they can't. So they're still stuck. It was her saying that she's not afraid of having to sacrifice herself, like the prophecy says. She's afraid that the people she loves, which is the team, are gonna get hurt, and that's she loves everybody on the team. And that was her emotional. I wish they would have focused a little more on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like.
I know they're in a rush, so I can't.
Yeah. But even with like the Connor Luther stuff was
Yeah.
cool because they were like
He's not
everybody else.
really bad.
Yeah, but everybody else is like, wait, is he really just going to be like a bad guy now, or is he helping us? Like we don't know.
So when the guy was doing the program and trying to fight back with Tim was trying to
hack in
to
delete the program.
To delete the program. He was fighting back. Connor, really quick, Superman quick, made a back door into the program, like, and then went back and grabbed the apple and pretended like he was still standing there, and made it so they could hack in to the program.
This is an app,
yeah,
on his own,
and it's running on servers.
He hacked into the server.
No, because
And you couldn't just destroy the server or unplug it.
No, because he didn't want the guy to know that he was
the guy has
going behind his back.
powers, too.
They were in the same room.
He's like magic power.
Him
And you have super speed, so he made a back door into the program instead of just unplugging it.
Yeah, because then he can see that it was unplugged.
No, the issue
No,
is he's trying to pretend like he's his friend.
Yeah,
so
he's
they
trying to
could find
pretend
a
he's
way
on the
to
same side.
kill him.
If you just unplug it, the guy would be like, "Oh, plug it back in."
Yeah, but he couldn't go just.
You
And
just
then
break
kill the guy.
He's trying to figure out. Oh, he's contacting Mercy to try to see if there's a way to destroy him because he knows that he's evil. But
Did he overpower Superboy?
he still has the power of Trigon, even
It's
though
magic, yeah.
Trigon's not there yet.
He lit his mom on fire.
Whoa.
Yeah,
And
that
then
is
something
magic that
happened
would
where-
affect.
Yeah, exactly.
Something happened where he tried to burn the horn, like he used.
Yeah,
his
Superboy tried to
laser,
destroy the horns,
and it did nothing.
and it didn't work.
Okay.
It did absolutely nothing.
And he had to
And he
hide that he was
still
trying to
bald?
burn it.
He went
Yeah.
with the smoke and inhaled the smoke and sat down.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me. I'm
Which is cool. I like that stuff because it's like you get to see him. It's almost like it almost reminds me of like when Superman had to hide like being Clark Kent. It's like, but he's doing it in a way where he's like, oh, I'm like the CEO of LexCorp. I'm helping you create this app. But he's like, but I'm also trying to figure out how to destroy this stupid fucking horn so that this Trigon doesn't show up.
This guy's getting real close to blowing that horn. We're like every episode, you're like,
So, does he have a magical power where he could bring the horn back to him?
it stays. It's almost like Thor's hammer. It's like
He can't pick it up.
move it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Even
Can he
Superman
move the
can't
things
move it.
around it?
Who moved the
Can
things?
he like
around
pick
it?
up the desk?
No.
it's
Trigon?
on?
I mean,
Superboy.
Superboy or Brother Blood.
Superboy, can he like fly the building into space?
Fly the whole building into space with
I'm
all
not
the
sure.
workers in there.
It
They
just made it
can
seem like he
leave.
could not.
Hey, you could hit
It
the
made
fire
it seem
alarm.
like he couldn't even budget.
Okay.
He's trying to lift.
So he didn't try
lift it.
like the Vision
No.
with Thor's hammer on an elevator. Would it be able to move?
No.
No, he didn't try that.
Okay.
He can't get it off the desk to even put it
Yeah,
in
move the
elevator.
desk.
Would it be so heavy that he wouldn't be able to
Exactly.
move it?
Can you move the desk?
That's a good question.
Because I would throw the
That's
desk
a good question.
into space.
If he can move the desk.
That's
Yeah,
why
if you
I'm
could move the
confused.
desk,
I
yeah.
go, a lot of things you could do as Superman, like when the guy punched, like in Superman and Lois, when the guy punched his kid, I go, straight to space. I go, this is it.
Yeah,
You're
as
done.
as
He's
Superman,
dead in space, and nobody would know you killed him because he's in space.
if I was Superman, people would be like, "There's a lot of things in space right now.
so much debris up there.
What the hell is going on with
Bruno
space?"
Bruno Mannheim, space.
There's a lot of a lot of things I just.
Oh, my brother. Well, the brother is so he would be
Yeah.
able to breathe in space. That was only. Oh, and so he would be able to breathe in space too.
But
That's what
overall,
I'm thinking.
But overall,
good.
Good,
overall good. I still think Lois and Superman is written better.
better.
You said they have a whole season to skip.
Yeah. No, season 3 I'm talking about specifically.
Okay,
Yeah.
season 3 versus season 3.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
it's more.
I like
dramatic.
Titans, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titans is good.
it's gonna
right
be
now
easier
it's-
for me to watch the next season of Titans than
And
it
now,
is.
now once the season's over, you won't have to play catch-up game because it's already there.
It's done because James Gunn shot it and killed it. He threw it
Yeah.
in
Of
space.
course he did because he didn't. You know why he shot it? You know why he shot and killed it? Because it wasn't his.
Yeah,
That really gets me angry when somebody who's like directs is like, "That's not mine. Throw it out."
yeah. Launch it.
Everything else is trash, and I'm like,
You guys see his thing with Ezra Miller? They're like, "Is Ezra Miller going to be the Flash in the new
He's
DCU?"
like, I don't know, right?
Yeah, he's like, his quote was, "We'll see how it goes."
What?
How what goes?
his
Get him
because
out.
he's in recovery right now.
Yeah,
They said he's doing very well.
but if he's referencing that, that's even worse. We'll see how it goes. I thought he was talking about. We'll
I
see
thought
how
it
the
was a
movie
movie, yeah.
performs.
I heard Ezra
We'll
Miller's
see how it
doing-
goes if he breaks into someone else's house or
Yeah.
kills
I
someone.
Isn't
heard
he supposed
Ezra
to be
Miller
arrested?
is doing
Yeah.
okay right now in recovery. So.
And everything
Whatever
I've seen
that
about
means.
this Flash movie, everyone's like, it's the best movie.
Yeah, everybody talks it up so highly. Let's see. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, they released a second trailer for it, and I mean, sure, trailers don't show that much, but I'm like, it kind of doesn't. What they're showing us doesn't look that like. It just looks like they were at 3 of them lined up in front of the green screen. And it doesn't look good. Yeah. So I'm really curious to see, like, this must have the best fucking story.
And
yeah,
Flash's suit looks like dog shit. And it
Which
looks
one?
all of them.
Because there's 2 Flashes.
Every suit I've seen for this movie, I'm like, why does he look like a bobblehead? What is this stupid shit? And I'm like, yeah, it's probably going to be good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably going to be the emotional thing of like him and his mom and stuff like that. That's probably going to tie into why everybody's like, wow, this is so good.
That would be like, we saw this on the CW show.
Yeah.
It's just a little different.
So, do you know what me and Matt did?
What?
Made out. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it was during Gotham Knights, so.
Oh, you guys watched Gotham Knights?
watched-
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why I got so
Gotham
excited. I was like, "Oh shh!
Oh.
I don't think we talked about Gotham Knights."
Excited, we should make out.
Again.
Yeah, I almost did that. So I was like, I was waiting for it, but it didn't happen. So yeah, we watched.
the first episode of Gotham Knights.
All right, how was that?
It was a monster. It was wow. It was absolutely wild. And let me tell you, absolutely nuts because Batman gets thrown out a window or shot out of a window. He gets shot and splatters, but he's not splattered. He's just got a little like droopy blood coming out of his mouth. Oh my
And
God.
they put the Batman mask, which
Yeah,
looks like a Spirit of Halloween little mask, on the dead Bruce Wayne body.
It was so funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was insane.
Yeah.
And then the whole like convoluted way about everybody being caught up into it, like you're the one that did it, you're the one that did it, you're involved, and then it's like the Court of Owls is in the mix and they're trying to get everybody killed.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like they're trying to build up this mystery suspense of like, oh, what's going on? But they're like, it's the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
So at the
It's
same-
like, what's this weird calling?
Yeah, it's like, it's got an owl on it. Is it the Court of Owls? It's
Oh,
like,
man.
fuck, that's like...
Then the girl starts crying. She's like, we might as well be already dead.
All right, so what characters are in this?
Nobody.
The Bat Boy.
Yeah.
The boy bat.
New Bat son.
Yeah.
No relation.
Robin.
But also adopted.
Yeah.
But they said it was his son.
Yeah.
So they acted like this whole time, like, oh yeah, that's his son, you know? And they're like, nah.
Adoption is
Yeah.
his son.
No,
Yeah.
but like, they made it
Yeah,
seem
but
like it was
in-
going to be like the Damian Wayne.
Yeah,
of
because
the Bat.
when they first came up with the show, they were saying that was like his biological son.
Yeah.
Yeah, like definitely biological.
Maybe they're just saying it's
And adopted.
adopted at
Yeah.
the moment.
Because, yeah, they went right into him. Like, yeah, he's adopted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's just like...
he's just another like
Yeah.
one of the okay.
And Harvey Dent's like acting like his real dad, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
yeah, Harvey Dent's not Two-Faced.
What?
No, not in the no.
not yet.
He's a
I
politician.
wonder what'll happen to
Yeah.
Harvey Dent.
Oh my god.
Oh
But
my
also,
God.
he acted like Commissioner Gordon because he's the DA, but he showed up when Bruce got thrown out the window. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's
Yeah,
Gordon.
I thought he was Commissioner Gordon too, and then it's like, nope, I'm Harvey Dent. It's even like guiding him on advice of what to do in the like.
interrogation
Yeah,
room.
thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Huh.
And I was like, what?
Is Gordon in the show?
I don't know.
It's
I
undecided
thought
yet.
it was like we said. We thought it was Harvey Dent until he's literally like, "I'm Harvey Dent."
Yeah.
We're like, "What?" And he's still DA, but he's still like acting like an officer somehow,
Huh.
like a detective
Very,
more so.
very strange.
You don't know what a DA does.
No, not this show.
Then
And-
Alfred's
shoot
in the
people,
mix,
right?
but Alfred's female and also working with the
what?
Court of Owls.
Yeah.
So they
This is bizarre. It takes place in Bizarro World.
yeah like where
It's Alfreda.
Alfreda.
Yeah.
Wait, is that serious?
Something like
I
that.
wish
It sounds like it's serious.
It really is something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Well,
Because
yeah. Also, Carrie Kelly's in
can.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Stephanie Brown, right?
was
Stephanie
it?
Brown and Carrie Kelly are in it.
But they're not.
Like the characters at all?
No, Stephanie Brown was like a high school whore making out with guy. In
Oh
Bruce Wayne's
yeah,
house.
yep.
What?
And
That
he-
was insane.
And he's like, "Come on, Stephanie,
Yeah.
you gotta make out with him." And she's
Yeah.
like, "La, la, la, la."
yeah, yeah.
what? Okay,
right
is
in the
she-
fireplace.
Yeah, yeah, right next.
Why was she in Bruce's house?
Go because
Party.
Bruce, yeah, Bruce was like, "I'm
House
throwing
party.
a party."
Yeah,
Oh.
and Bruce didn't know his dad was Batman.
yeah.
Wait, Bruce didn't know his
Nope.
dad was Batman?
No.
Sorry. I'm calling him Bruce because he's hanging out in Bruce's
I'm getting
house.
confused.
Yeah, dumbass boy.
Yeah,
Damien,
Bat
but
boy.
not Damien.
Yeah.
I don't even know his name.
Okay, so not Damien.
Oh my god. And then the way he discovers the Batcave is the craziest, most ridiculous thing ever.
Everyone would have found the fucking bat.
Yeah!
Especially if you're like mopping the
Like,
floor.
what is this? Like, there's a statue or whatever, and there's like, it's in a recessed part of the wall, and you can see there's a huge gap underneath it.
my God.
And he just like leans on it, or who the hell leans on
he
it?
throws the liquor,
Yeah.
and then like it has a draft, and it like goes into there. He's like,
Oh, what the hell is this?
Oh my god.
They lean on this huge thing, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's opening up!"
yeah. That's like if this table was the entrance to the back.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, you just opened the Batcave, Rachel. You're leaning on it." It's literally what happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And Carrie Kelly shows up when she breaks Bruce out of the police van or something like. No, she shows up after all the villains. You know oh my god, it's in Suicide Squad. They do the same gag where they're all tied up and they're in handcuffs and they all break out of them and they like try to see who could do quicker.
Yeah.
So they all are already out because they picked a fight with the police guards earlier and snatched the keys in their mouths until now.
Okay.
So they all like and beat up the guards in the truck, and they're like, "You didn't do that, Bruce?" I keep calling him Bruce.
I know what you mean.
I got confused again because I was like, wait, so she Robin?
I'm gonna call him Charles. I'm gonna call him Charles from now on.
All right.
Like, you didn't do that, Charles? And he's like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So okay, so in this universe, Carrie Kelly was Robin? Was that what's going on?
She shows up and she goes, "I'm Robin."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, what?
And she literally unmasks herself in front of everybody, even though they're knocked out.
Yeah, in front of cops.
Yeah. And she says her name.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where
Robin.
they're like, "Oh, it's you."
And we're like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's you, your full human name? And then she's like, "Yes, it's me."
Yeah, because they have like Joker's daughter and like other people there too.
Duella Dent is in
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Is
And
she so okay. So
he's in the truck with the bad guys because they think that the bad guys killed Bruce because it was a setup.
And then Charles got thrown in the mix because they looked through all of the records of like, oh, who paid the killers to do it? And it's like, oh my god, it's Batboy.
Yeah. It all links Charles' bank account paid them to kill Bruce.
They're like, "You're arrested."
Yeah.
Because they go into the Batcave and they're like, "Oh, wow, I wish I had this technology regularly so I could steal from everybody's bank accounts." And they're like, "Oh my god, the money came from your account." And he's like, "Oh."
oh wait, so
The show's dumb.
yeah.
Wait, it is?
I gotta say, Batwoman is better.
Wow.
Significantly,
Wow.
but this show's entertaining from how weird it is.
Yeah, it was so stupid, and we were like tired before watching it, and then we were watching it like,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and it's shot like Superman and Lois, like
Like high quality?
it's like the camera's high
Oh,
quality.
wow.
It's got like the
Doesn't
the
matter
full,
if your story sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Also the blimps, the big gross CGI.
Oh my god!
blimps.
Yeah, they're flying extremely low, so they
Yeah.
would essentially smash into every building.
It's not flying in the sky.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not. It's
It's
literally.
like Twin Towers height.
Oh my god.
It's
Like
right next-
it's just
Yeah.
above like even smaller buildings.
He's looking out
Wow.
the window into the city, and the blimp is going by the building.
Oh my
That
God.
was so
and we're like,
funny.
what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Like, why even put the blimps?
Yeah.
And they're like gross CGI blimps. You're like, you didn't need to do that.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was
So
awesome.
we can't wait to watch more.
Yeah, sounds like a show worth continuing.
Yeah.
Turns out there's 4 episodes out.
Really?
And the
Yeah.
show was supposed to be fucking canceled. So I don't even know how there's 4 episodes out.
That's so strange. Oh my god.
That's insane. All right. So I think now we get into like the stuff that you guys watch that isn't necessarily so. Well, I guess that qualifies as stuff that isn't necessarily so new. But we're gonna continue down that hole.
Ooh.
Hey guys.
I like how you always introduce yourself.
Hi guys. So yesterday I made Tony. I like the movie. I like the
What
book when
movie?
we were in school.
Oh yeah, I thought he was
Holes.
watching your holes.
Oh,
Holes. I was getting to it.
We need some context.
I'm holes in some story. So I made Tony watch Holes because I was like, "There's no." We were flicking through Disney Plus, but I was like, "What do you want to watch before Peter Pan?"
I need an appetizer.
We actually watched it on Friday. Tony fell asleep, so I had to. So I was like, "We'll watch it the rest on Saturday." So we'll watch this, and then we'll watch Peter Pan. I made him watch it. So what do you think? Since it's not my first time.
Yeah, it's Tony's catch up.
Tony's a virgin to holes.
I mean, I like the overall plot of the movie. I like the idea that there's like the curse that was lifted because of the end of the movie. That whole thing happened. Thought that was
I
interesting.
don't know. Has anybody seen Holes?
I've seen holes.
It's been so long, I really don't remember it, but that's okay. Please, you can talk about it.
I remember the trailer being in like that Breaking Bad yellow Mexico filter.
Yeah.
Yes, and it actually is. And I noticed it later on when it's supposed to be quote unquote night. It's just a blue filter. Over, I'm like, it's clearly daytime. It's
I'm gonna
okay.
see. In
Love
the,
that.
2001, so I'll forgive you.
if I'm not mistaken, in the book, he's some fat kid, and his name is the same forward and backwards.
Oh, it's like the movie has
The
that.
movie has,
Yeah.
But he's not fat. He's
not
Shia
fat.
LaBeouf.
Exactly.
Shia LaBeouf.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And something happens with a shoe.
Yes.
Yes, his
Yeah,
dad
see, my
has a
brain's-
shoe
my
thing,
brain's there.
and he's trying to get the smell out of shoes, but his whole family has been cursed since like his great grandfather didn't listen to a witch or something who had a specific name. Then he goes to this camp because he's walking down the street and these. I don't remember the book. I remember the movie more than the book. And the shoes fall on him, and it's just his luck that gets him sent to jail
shit
because they're
luck.
famous shoes that were stolen.
Yeah.
So he gets sent to this camp. Instead of going to jail, he gets sent to like this reform camp where they dig holes.
The whole kingdom.
The whole kingdom. They dig holes, just all day, for no quote unquote reason. There is a reason, but there's no quote unquote reason in the beginning. They just dig holes and they go back and they make friends and
Yeah. And someone gets sick, and there's a song.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I remember very
Brief like
sparks.
glimpses of it. Yeah.
It's a song that so. The
If only the woodpecker size, the bark on the
Yes.
trees was a
Whoa.
song in the skies.
Why do you know the rhythm to that
Yeah,
song?
yeah. That's what.
That is the actual rhythm
core
to that
memory.
song. I'm actually impressed.
Yeah. That's what Gianna was asking. She goes, "Did you watch Holes?" And I sang that, and she goes, "Did you watch Holes?"
Yeah. It's like that was
I'm
the
like-
song.
Have you watched Holes?
Yeah.
So no, is that a no?
So it's so cool. I love the movie because it has like the past that blends very well into like the future. It doesn't blend so
History
much that
kind
you're
of thing, right?
confused. Like it goes back and forth between the past and the future, and not the future, the past and the present, very well.
Seems like Tony didn't love it.
I like I said, I like the
I'm not offended.
I like the overall plot
Watched
of
it
it.
several times. So
I like the overall plot of it. I just felt like there were moments
it
where
was 2001. So
yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's a product of its
Roll
time
my
too.
eyes.
There's a lot of like weird, interesting choices of like how they do certain things, and like the lizards
read
were
the book?
weird.
Mm.
No, I didn't.
I read the book.
Straight out, I
Yes,
did not read
I
the
read
book.
school.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do it anymore, but at the time, probably because the movie came out, that they're
Yeah.
like, this is an easy thing
That's
to
how you
put
can tell
in
we went
the-
to school at the same time because we both.
That makes
Read
sense.
and watched
Anything that
Holes.
had a movie to it is what we read.
Yeah, honestly.
So we could read the book and then
Yeah,
watch the
the
movie.
teacher's like, I can kick back after we're done with this stupid lesson plan.
Except
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Call of the Wild, but I guess now they have the movie, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And Ellie Wiesel Night.
Night.
I met the guy. That was cool. That was
nice.
cool through English. But yeah, so I enjoyed it. I liked the movie. I think it was a good movie for its time.
Make me curious to rewatch it because I haven't
Yeah.
seen it
was
probably
a good
since it
movie.
was
I'm
new.
not gonna hype
Yeah.
it and say it was like 10 stars, but
Bring it back to like dentist. I feel like some kid used to bring it to the dentist because they put like they bring your own VHS tapes and they would put it on the TV so you could watch something other than the standard like yours disgusting rotten teeth
Yeah.
and now they're beautiful completely fake teeth.
Yep.
And then be like, okay, I'm watching Holes instead, and it would just be like the beginning where like nothing's really like
Going
important's
on.
happening.
Yeah.
the girl from the Alien is in it.
Yeah,
Sigourney
Sigourney
Weaver.
Weaver.
What the hell happened with lizards? I don't even remember.
Oh, the the spotted lizards that they had, the poisonous. They're like bearded dragons, but they paint them. They legitimately, if you look at them, you can see that they painted
very
circles
strange.
and lines. I go, they had to paint each individual, whatever.
Fair enough.
But they're like poisonous, so that weaves into part of the story. And then they have cowboys, and they have the story before, and they're all looking really for treasure, and really that's what it is. They're looking for this treasure that was buried.
And they kind of like so they have this backstory of this girl who becomes almost like a wild.
Don't spoil it. It's fine.
That's
Matt
okay.
hasn't.
That's okay.
seen
I
it.
love spoilers.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so anybody
22 years
who
old.
hasn't watched Holes,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like, I don't know, how many years since you haven't watched Holes? I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's Tony's first time.
yeah,
And I was angry when I heard he didn't watch it. I was like, how many years has it been?
Wow.
since everyone? It's like tell me you've never watched Cinderella. I don't know.
so there's a whole backstory of this character who becomes like a Wild West kind of supervillain kind of thing, and at the end of the movie, they have like her like parting, like she dies, but they
That was
kind of
depressing.
like skip over all the bad stuff she did.
Oh my god.
And it's
They
kinda,
don't discount it. They kind of hint in that she killed a lot of people. Like there was like
yeah.
it was like actually dead
in
bodies.
a
She killed-
montage that was
a
like
montage.
5 seconds.
What?
And then at the end of the movie, they make you like feel bad for her, and I'm like, yeah, but she just murdered so many
Yeah.
people. Like,
she pretty much kills herself. She puts one of those lizards on her, bites her, and she kills herself. But there's a reason why she turned out the way that she turned out. Like there's actually a story which you didn't whatever.
no, I said there's a backstory. I said
There's
that,
a
right?
backstory why she decided to be the way she was, and it was sad, and it was.
It's like Joker's one bad day.
Yeah.
One bad day. He's all it
Except-
takes.
What do you mean you don't have grapes here?
Whoa.
I'm gonna fucking kill
See?
everybody.
One bad day.
Yeah. So, and she was Calamity Jane, I think. Calamity Jane. I think
Oh
it
my
was.
god, that even sounds familiar. Jesus.
Yeah, Calamity Jane, or something like that.
I thought she was
Kissing
Barlow.
Kate, kissing Kate Barlow or something like that.
Calamity Ganon.
Calamity Jane
Calamity
is
Jane's
actually a
something
real
else.
person.
Yeah.
No, I was
Sorry,
like, that sounds
she's
familiar.
pretty much Calamity Jane, but it's fine.
What? That name's in my brain.
Kissing
core memory.
Kate,
Yeah.
whatever
a
Barlow, because she would kiss she would leave a red kiss mark on the guys
on the victims.
on the victims that she would shoot.
A trademark hickey.
Yes,
Oh.
literally.
That also sounds like a Batman.
So,
Yeah, exactly. I said she's like a supervillain.
so the movie's really good. I suggest everybody go back and watch it.
Yeah.
It's Tony's first time watching it.
First time.
He asked a lot of questions. I was like, just keep watching, buddy. I can't.
So, here's my question. Peter Pan or Holes?
Wow.
The great division. All
Holes. Sorry.
Interesting.
right. So let's keep
Tony
rocking.
just wants to fight me after.
Wow.
If Tony doesn't show up to the next podcast,
It works out because this is your topic, so you guys can fight in the background.
if you don't see Tony in the next clip, it's bad news.
Oh my god.
Berenstain Bears.
Bloodstained bear.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Tony's gonna get elbowed into the ground.
Yeah, you guys should just like fight, and you could cut over to them like mid-fight while you guys are talking about
Creator
Insidious.
clash.
Just me
Oh, nice.
decking Tony.
Yeah. So
I'll fight Tony.
Oh.
we'll start fighting.
There can't be
Yeah.
a line of people to fight Tony, but
Yeah.
I'll fight Tony.
Insidious.
As long as it's not all on the same day, it's fine.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
We'll settle that in the ring. Right? Power Rangers.
I won't
The only
fight you.
person
You're
at this
safe.
table is Matt, who doesn't want
Yeah.
to fight you.
Until you wrong him. On Speed Racer.
The only way you could wrong me is by doing the face on a stupid thumbtack for a YouTube video.
Well, maybe on a clip. Maybe on a short.
Oh
Anyway,
my
Insidious.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that movie, and I was like,
You guys are supposed to be fighting.
Yeah.
Oh.
And one thing I asked is for you to silently fight while they talk about this. And you're
I
not doing
can't do it on film because then it would just be proof when Tony files a lawsuit
Oh my
against
god.
So,
me. It would take all of our money.
Whoa.
Insidious, the Green Glass Door is coming out.
Yeah.
How long? And what, a month?
What,
or
a couple of
something?
months, maybe a month?
Wow.
So, I've been playing catch up with watching the old Insidious movies. So, I have never seen any of them. And when we were watching Evil Dead, the trailer came up. I was like, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
Matt's like, they're all good.
I was like, oh my god, Insidious 5!
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
Oh man, I
Okay.
love them. They're on
Insidious is pretty
Voodoo.
good.
Yeah. So we watched the first one, and I did not expect the movie to be like it's astral projection and demons entering the body.
Yep.
So that's like the plot of the movie.
I think it was so unique, that like idea of that movie, and that was before all this Conjuring and all this other stuff. This was the main, and I think this is what really kicked off that genre.
I like that you pointed out that it was kind of like a PT or something like that. Yeah, like once they go into the further and everything.
Yeah, once they go into the further, it's very much like
Silent Hilly.
Mystery, like what's cool is all the movies are very similar. So I'll say that because once I start describing it, I'm going to be jumping from movie to movie. But the whole plot is weird thing happens. Is it the person or the house? We need to help them go into the further, come back, movie ends with a jump scare.
Booga booga.
Like
It's the beginning of like huge jump scares. I feel like
So
that time period.
yeah, the third movie had the most jump
It was
scares.
when it started to like evolve into like jump scares are horror movies.
Yeah.
I feel like the
Time
third one
period.
had the most evenly sounded jump scares with in comparison to the first one where it's like so quiet and
You know what scared me was the guy showing up behind the head. That really
Oh, at
fucked
the end of
me
the
up.
third one?
That really
Yeah.
the first one. You know where the guy's sitting down and he goes like this behind its head.
The
It's
demon?
like a demon.
Yeah.
Behind it, and that
Darth
fucked
Maul?
me up for a minute.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't see it
yeah,
coming.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a totally calm scene, and all of a sudden you see the guy go
Yes.
like slowly creep behind the guy's head.
Yeah.
That it looks stupid now,
yeah, the first one is
It
a lot
looks stupid
campier than I
now.
remembered, but I still like it.
but when it first came out, it was fucking like.
So that was the first note I had was that it's very much cashing in the jump scares because we had the TV at like 90 for the first movie to hear the dialogue.
Oh man.
And then the sound effects were like,
Deafening.
I was like, whoa. Fuck, sorry if we jump scared you audio listeners.
Yeah.
But that was the whole movie. And then the second movie, we had it at a solid like 40, and the whole movie was perfect.
Yep.
Like it was evenly sounded, and it was good. It was cool. And the plots of the movies are focused on this family, and then that's also the other
Mainly
aspect.
the woman. The
Yes.
woman that's the helper. I mean, definitely the family's the first two focus, but definitely the lady that helps like clear things up. Or
I'm surprised she's still
That's-
alive for this movie. I was like, well, I
was so
remember
excited. I was like,
something happening to her.
she's in it.
That's also been so far across the first three. In the middle of the plot points that I said before they go into the further, these two guys come and they're ghost hunters, and they come with a psychic or vice versa.
And they're like comic relief too. They're fun.
so that's always a thing too.
Okay.
In every movie so far,
The same guys?
Same guys.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're a group. Yeah, with the old lady. That's the one that's the sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen this
She
porno.
reminds me of the poltergeist, that little lady being like, they're gone.
Yeah.
So what I think is really cool about the movies is each movie has like a different monster or demon or reason that this is happening, and when they go into the further or do this stuff, you'll be seeing like the jump scares throughout the movie, and that will like explain the origin of the ghosts and stuff. So it's kind of like a mystery as to like why are they being haunted this way or what's happening, and then it'll like explain it throughout. And the second movie, they had like time travel.
Yep.
Blew my mind.
What?
Yeah, because I was like, this is the first movie that they're showing, and they're going through the house and doing all this stuff. I was like, well, that's crazy. And then the third movie, they had this moment where Elise, the psychic, is getting choked. And I'm like, that's crazy, because that's how she dies in like the first one. So I'm like, oh wow, they're tying
Spoiler
back
alert.
to it. Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, they're tying back to it. This is pretty neat how they're doing it subtly. And then later on, she's getting choked, and the lady's going, "This is how you die." I was like, okay, I guess like act like I'm 4. Like it's so in the face. It's like you could have just made it like cool and subtle, but I thought they were
In
all.
case people didn't see the first movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you didn't need to. It was cool. It was cool when it was like that was happening. But I was like, wow, that's how she died. It literally happens twice in the movie. And when I say she yells, this is how you die.
You know what you just made it sound like? Like a Dora episode where like you figure it out as the audience first, and then Dora finds out. Yeah.
That's right. Kind of what it felt like. Kind of what it felt like. But it's cool because the third movie, I feel, has like a more interesting mystery going on with like the bloody footprints and the girl in the wheelchair, and like she like kind of died for a little bit. But it's also like the campiest of the three, but also has the most jump scares. So it's like a weird mix. But so far, I think they're neat. I think they're neat movies.
I think they're a fun watch. Definitely the third and the fourth one, I feel like, are the ones where there's the most humor mixed into them.
That was the other thing. Oh my God, they do it twice in this fucking movie. I just realized that. So like she says to the two investigators in the third movie, she's like, I should hire you guys. Because she works with them in the first movie.
Okay.
So you kind of like, I get it. And then in your brain, you're like, oh, she must made them wear like this outfit because that's how they show up in the first two movies. And then she goes, I think I'm going to need you two to change your clothes, though. So I'm like, okay, like, neat. I get it. Like, they're referencing their outfits from the first movie. And then the guys go, well, what do you want us to wear? And then she goes, well, I was thinking a button down and a tie. I was like, okay, I get it. I'm not that dumb.
Well, the people that watch Insidious are. I mean, I watch.
I was like, I'm not this.
I'm like, oh my God, that is why they're wearing that.
I was like, please, I'm not this stupid. Don't make me feel stupid for watching you.
I need shit spelled out.
It was so fun. No, that was like the Dora moment.
It is Dora.
Yeah, it's
It's like,
100%
okay,
Dora.
do you remember what they wear in the first one?
No.
I remember too.
I thought it was
Yeah.
pajamas, but it turned out to be a button down and a tie.
Yeah. And then they have the gall to be like, that's never going to happen. It's like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, no. Overall, I do like the movies, though. They're fun. They're fun watches. I'm excited for the new one. It looks like it's going to play on the first movie and like
Yeah,
that
it seems like it's going to be more serious. Nah, and
the piano
creepy.
guy.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Because the guy playing Tiny Tim was like, that. They answer a lot of mysteries and still leave some
They
open.
left the door open.
Yeah. 'cause-
I think it's interesting. The concept is interesting to be like the unknown of astral projection.
Yeah.
And what is out there. And could you get stuck out there? Like astral projecting in your own mind? Like things that answer questions that aren't.
And then the only other thing that's really silly is you're astral projecting, but they could only get to your body when they see you like
Going for your
going
body.
for your body.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
They have to race you?
Yeah, apparently.
And
That's
you-
the only way you're allowed to initiate the body transfer.
Huh.
and they have to like wave a flag like Mario Kart or something because they're constantly around like the lost
Yeah.
souls like and then the body's
Like, oh no, they're getting them to the body. Now we got to take it now.
yeah. It's like, no shit, now we have to take the body. It's like, but
Yeah, all
the
this
body's
time.
open.
The kid's been like in a coma for 3 months.
Yeah. But
that's
Ample time.
interesting.
and the first two movies are more directly tied together. The third movie's like standalone, so maybe that's why it's like also more interesting, like secret wise and what's going on. I gotta see the fourth one. I'm excited to watch that one now. It's called the Lost Keys or whatever.
That's my
It's got
next.
the
That's
key.
my,
Damn key.
those are my next watches. Is those films?
Yeah,
Next.
Yeah.
I don't think Tony's gonna like them.
Oh boy.
don't scare heavy
He might like the
movies.
first one though. Probably.
I think he'll maybe like the first one.
Yeah.
It might be too much for Tony to see the
Second
same
one?
Yeah, to see the same
like
like,
the same
with the time
patterns over
travel.
and over again.
yeah. But I feel like
He'll live.
the way it was in theaters.
We watched Scream, so
Yeah, that's
all
true.
of the
Scream is
Screams.
also very much like that
That's the
too.
formula.
That's true.
we watch all of the Scream.
But Scream, it's like the meta humor.
Except
of
the
doing
new
that.
one.
Right, exactly.
This
yeah.
is not.
We went
this
to
one,
go
like,
watch.
face value kind of thing.
We went to go watch the new Scream. It's not in theaters anymore. By the
Yeah,
time we got the
I have
pass,
it
it
coming.
wasn't in the
I
movie.
just,
Yeah, coming in
just
the
saw
mail.
a thing that it's like you watch it on digital now.
I loved
Where
it.
is it on digital?
I'm gonna have it on
I
my
think Fire
Voodoo
Stick
soon.
was like
So you're
buying
gonna have it
now.
on Voodoo? Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll
because I got the one with the code, so you better believe it.
wait. Okay, so we'll watch it then. I'm waiting.
I loved it.
I loved it too. I liked
Good.
it a lot.
It
Good.
was a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I had more to say. But when you talk about jump scares, I'm not going to talk more about Mandalorian. Stop doing that! Come on, man.
Matt's responsible for my death.
All right, regain composure. Now, episode 2 of the latest season of Mandalorian was like bizarrely jump scare heavy.
Really?
I was like, it just kept fucking happening. I felt like there was like 5 in that episode.
Oh, that's
Anyways,
weird.
yeah.
Interesting.
All right. So speaking of horrible jump scares, Matt, you've been watching Love Is Blind.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I finished the first season. It was wild. I thought nobody was going to make it, but surprisingly, people did.
Okay.
Actually, one couple I thought was going to make it was the mixed couple. They seem really good together.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that the Cameron one and the girl?
Yeah, the one with the dad that was really scary and intense initially, and then they're like, dude, he's going to chew him up and when that next episode starts up. And then he's like, I'm got questions, but I'm going to let you guys work it out. Yeah. Let's see. As long as you treat my daughter good, that's fine. But yeah.
I love them together. They were great.
Yeah. Oh my God. They were cool. But yeah, then I was surprised about one other couple. That one that was the red-haired guy with that other girl where their parents really seemed to mesh very well. And they're like, oh, if there's no wine at the wedding, I'm going to bring the wine. And yeah, then they ended up not working out. I'm like, oh my God. Well, that was a surpriser. But
Well, their parents did.
yeah, the parents, I think, married each other. They just had an orgy after the show was done. Got some wine.
Yeah. That'd be
Great
good.
throuple.
Yeah.
More than a throuple.
Yeah.
That'll be one of the reunion episodes. Be like, so.
How are your parents
Yeah.
together?
Let's just interview them.
They're swingers.
Whatever reason, I'm watching Love is Blind in like backwards order. We're watching like the second most recent season. So, and I guess at some point we'll watch that one that you're talking about. But yeah, it was the one I'm watching was like a real slow grind at first. And just as we were like, I don't think we were going to stop, but we were just be like, yeah, this season kind of blows. It like stepped it up in a big way. I'm like, all right, we're back. We're back to our previously scheduled bullshit.
Was that the season with the guy with the big ears?
Whoa.
Bartiz?
No, not Bartiz. This other guy.
Big ears. I feel mean talking about people's appearances, but
Do it.
You're
watching a show
I
that's
just don't know their
mean,
names. I'm
Kyle.
not trying to be rude. I just literally don't know their names.
when you're talking about Billy with his hair plugs, my thought went to the character on the season of Love is Blind who is he's got like this interesting do. It's like he rocks it. He's got cool hair, but he's whatever. But his like bangs are so like unnatural. Like he looks like he should be completely bald, like except for like, male pattern. But he's got this like very different quality hair that he like slicks back. And he's with a girl named Alexa. And there's Bartiz. There's a Nigerian male with a mixed half black, half white girl. I'm not sure there's anyone with crazy ears.
Now I'm recalling.
And there's an elf.
The dwarvish character from Elden Ring. It's like, no, this guy, he matches with a girl that like is very clearly not into him, and he's got like these big ears, and he's like, oh, we're gonna get married, right? She's like, nah.
Well,
That's your fucking ears, bro.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Before they even, ear reveals.
That's a hobbit dance.
But they don't even make it to the altar.
Yeah.
And your season was the girl with the vocal fry, right?
Oh God, I couldn't stand her, and she's apparently was the most hated person on the show.
Yeah.
She was saying, I was like, man, understandable. I get that.
Because she
And
was
she let
leading
him
that
on.
guy on, for a long time.
She was always after what the hell was his name?
Lucky
Matthew
Charms?
something.
Yeah, the other guy that was like, everyone was all over him. Too.
the big chunk of monka head.
Yeah, the guy who was perfectly happy.
Yeah, with the girl that he had.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm
And that was the military girl.
military girl. That
She's
girl
a
was in the
darker-haired
military.
girl.
I didn't know she
Like-
was in the military.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, she was a military.
Because she just
girl.
seemed like she's like, yeah, I got a ton of student debt. Big whoop.
Yes, that's her. Yeah. That was a military girl.
That's the first season, so like like however like much is genuine or whatever, at least this was the one that like everyone really had no point of comparison. It's like even the one I'm watching, it's like their parents are like, what the fuck is this experiment you're doing? Even though like there's a camera crew like filming them saying that stuff. But like season 1, it's all completely new concepts to everybody. So it's like I feel like it's the real first test.
Does your season have Damien in it?
Shit names. Damien.
He's the one that's also in Perfect Match.
No.
No, so that must
Only-
be season 2.
I got the one where the guy that was after Francesca later on.
Oh, that's Damien.
That's him.
that
right.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, woof, with his wife.
With
Well,
Georgina, right? Is that her name?
she seemed like a piece of work.
She's checked out, bro. She doesn't give a shit. And he's like, "Can you please talk to me while we're at dinner and not just be on your phone the whole time?" She's like, "No."
She's like, I'm working.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, she was like that as well. But it was
It's like,
crazy.
Oh my God.
Did you see the reunion episode for that one yet?
Yeah,
That one.
where it was oof, and then that. I remember you showing me that one episode where it was that guy that was bisexual or gender fluid,
Yeah.
and he, dispenses that information to the girl, and they get into that really heated argument. It was vicious.
Wow.
Yeah, and that episode is nuts because he does come out of the pods and he just acts so fucking different because he's just like, I don't give a fuck about you, and she's like, what is happening?
Yeah, oh my god, that guy is really mean.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, because I saw like one part of where they do the after thing.
Yeah.
I was like, this show's still going with the same people, and he like meets up with the other girl that was with the white guy. And he's like, here's your anniversary gift. Here's this. And he seems like he kind of mellowed out a little bit. And then just like, dude, do you understand how much I saved you and like defended you and everything? And then he just ends up storming out of like their little dinner date. I was like,
that sounds like the.
oh my God.
Wait. So the after show you're talking about is the reunion episodes, right?
Is
You didn't see
that?
Damien with Francesca yet, right?
Amy with Francesca? Yeah, no, I did.
Oh, okay. all
Yeah.
right. I was about to say
Where
that,
they,
'cause-
the paparazzi caught him and then they went out to dinner and they were
he
drinking the
brings her
wine.
to the fucking
Yeah.
reunion.
Oh, wait, he
Oh,
brings
so-
her to the reunion?
Oh, so you didn't see it? Yeah, you have to fucking watch it, dude.
So there's actually like a backstory to before they're on
Yeah.
Perfect Match.
Yeah.
Even though they were on different Netflix shows.
Yeah, he brings her to the party with all the married couples and Georgina when he still hasn't like completely.
Oh my
God,
God.
it's like bringing a prostitute.
That's
Yeah.
how it feels. In the
Francesca
episode.
just looks like a
Oh
prostitute.
my God.
Yeah, that's how it feels in the episode, and that episode's brutal. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
This sounds
gotta
fun.
watch that one.
This
That was
sounds-
so
yeah,
good.
I look forward to it.
And that girl's already like very fiery whenever she gets agitated. You could do like the subtlest thing and she'll be like, you're not understanding me. I hate you. I'm leaving. I'm going to punch you in the face.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So imagine the interactions when he brings Francesca to this stupid party.
Oh my God.
All right, so I guess I'm
Juicy.
after I watched season 4 and 3. Then I'm gonna skip to 1. After watching season 2 of The Circle, now oh my God, I got it all planned out.
Yeah, good.
Listen, Tony, I know you're shaking your head and rolling your eyes.
Yeah.
But dog shit TV is the good TV too.
It makes me more terrified of people.
Yeah. This is why we don't go outside.
Also, highly recommend watching Love on the Spectrum. It's the greatest show on TV.
Yeah, that show's very charming.
Best show on TV, 100%. I'm not even kidding.
I want
I
more
love,
of it.
love, love.
There's that one that's in Australia, right?
Yeah, there's a series 2. We have one episode left of season 1, and we got to go into series 2. It's so fucking good.
And Super Ninjas.
Yeah. Super Ninjas 2.
Is that like Super Monsters?
No, it's Nickelodeon, and episode 1 you have to pay for, and then the whole rest of the show is free.
What? That's a little backwards.
Yeah. So we got into episode 1, and we're like, oh, all right. I made the joke. I'm like, I'm not going to buy the rest of this shit. We're just going to watch episode 1. And then we went to watch episode 2. It was free. So we're like, all right, fine. I guess we're watching the rest of the show. Yeah. Oh,
What happened?
that guy's last name in that Super Ninja
Oh!
show. Yeah, no good. But yeah, anyway, highly recommend. But except they weirdly use the word ninja. They go like, ninja please. I was like, I don't know if I like this.
Can't make that work now.
Yeah.
Forever.
But really fun show. Really silly effects. Kind of up there with Bat. It feels like Batwoman.
And it's got George Takei in it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, exactly. He's like that the whole time. He's like a hologram.
Yeah, he's a hologram. He's like a weird hologram. He's like
He's like Obi-Wan Kenobi or Princess
Yeah,
Leia.
exactly.
Wrong star.
Alfred mixed with Jor-El.
God.
Because he's in the cave, like, teaching them stuff, but is also, like, serving them. It's weird.
Huh.
Yeah. And he's just not even, like, a real hologram. They just made him blue.
Blue tint.
Yeah. I don't think they do, like, the things go through him either, right? He's just kind of, like...
It's not transparent at all.
He's just kind of standing there.
hologram.
Yeah.
Definitely not really in this room.
And then they had the other guy that was in Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the dad.
Yeah. I like him. He's a good
Dadman?
actor. He's also in Fresh Off the Boat.
Mm-hmm. And he played Kim Jong-un.
Oh,
Wow, yeah.
Randall Park or whatever. Okay. Yeah, he's really funny. He's very good.
Yeah.
I'd watch anything with him in it, including Blockbuster.
Mm.
So John said he's Jim. He goes, that's not that. That's Jim. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
damn
is-
it.
That is Jim. That's when they replace him. He goes, "No, I'm Jim."
Yeah.
You know,
no,
identity theft is not. It's not
it's
a
not-
joke. Jim.
Okay, so Rachel,
Hi guys.
there it is.
Welcome to the Optimism Corner. So I have 2 relative facts since I spewed so many facts. They're both about the same thing. So. Okay. I spewed a lot of facts for you, so you only get one general 2-sentence fact. Okay. Since everything else stole my other facts. So we all know that koalas have thumbprints, human thumbprints, that they get confused with human thumbprints. They also have smooth brains.
What?
So there's no bumps?
And they can also contract chlamydia, just like our chlamydia. Same thing. They have chlamydia, and they're just giving each other chlamydia with their smooth brains and their thumbprints.
Wow.
You just described to me koalas like, koalas those dumbasses.
No, they do
fuck.
have smooth brains. They have smooth.
Yeah, doesn't that imply like dumb? Isn't that what people usually say for us? Like, oh, your brain has no wrinkles. They imply.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that in forever.
They're not the smartest. They're not the smartest. They have human fingerprints, and they also have chlamydia.
Yeah.
Very responsible animals.
Yeah, they got-
So they can use an iPhone, like the
Yes, they
biometric
can.
lock?
So
Jeez.
there's been stuff where like they've seen human fingerprints at crime scenes, and it's really just koalas.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's koalas leaving
Drop
their
bears.
fingerprints. Drop
That's-
bears.
Wow.
Oh my
They're
God.
using-
Hell?
Yeah. So
You gave me 3 new fears.
chlamydia, thumbprints,
Yeah.
and smooth brains.
Yeah.
I think you just fear koalas now.
Yeah. I never thought I'd be afraid of catching an STD just for going on vacation near a bear.
Just from letting a koala.
Yeah. They might as well call them drop STDs.
Really? I was really surprised about the smooth brains, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Not really.
What is the intelligence level of a
I'm
koala?
gonna look it up. Right
5
now.
million.
Hold on.
It's like a power level.
Yeah. What's your intelligence level? Did they have room temperature IQs?
Mm.
Well, because now we have more to be afraid of in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to get chlamydia from a koala.
Well, at least you have an excuse when you go on vacation now.
Yeah.
It was from a koala.
Baby, I didn't cheat.
I swear, it just went to Australia and it happened.
Sat on a koala.
That sounds even worse.
Oh, the fingerprints. Those are koala fingerprints.
I swear, baby.
Lipstick. Is like,
Yeah. This was one dolled up koala.
It's a Vegas koala.
Yeah. Finger
So they
scratched
are
your butthole.
actually quite smart considering they have smooth brains. They said that they track koalas, blah blah blah. They said that they have like patterns and shit. Hold on, that they thought that they were stupid for a while. And then,
So we assumed they were stupid, but they're not.
yeah,
Yeah.
they like track them. Hold on, wireless ID there. They discover koalas are clever than they first thought, but these experimental structures are working to keep them safe. But they're just clever.
Dumber than a cat,
Yeah,
smarter
they're
than a moose.
clever, but they're not the smartest animal. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna do more research on that.
Now we need to have a Cartoon Network show about a dumb koala with chlamydia.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of this?
koala.
Yeah.
Getting all up in crime scenes. His fingerprints.
Yeah.
Except they'd have to overdo. Oh, great. My broken phone.
Oh.
They lack intellectual abilities, obviously.
Yeah, so
Oh,
So they're
hey,
dumb but clever.
Intellectually
it's like they're my relative.
They possess one of the smallest brains
Well, in
in
fact,
all
we're relatives.
mammals.
You said
oh,
that.
so yeah, they're dumb.
Wow.
Smallest brain in all mammals is a koala.
I could give them a
And
run for its
smooth.
money.
Yeah, I was
They
like,
are usually not aware of their surroundings, so they're kind of not really there.
Oh,
And
geez.
they prefer to sleep as much as possible.
Well, that's
18
me.
hours a day.
That's me. I would love to sleep as
If
much as
it
possible.
rains, koalas will not be bothered to move to the shade. They'll just sit in the rain.
Cool.
So
With
they're
the
not
mouse
really
open?
that
Yeah.
crazy smart.
That sound
so.
really fucking stupid.
So now you know they're very stupid, and they also have a very infectious STI.
That's why we don't eat them. I was like, they're so stupid. They sound like turkeys. We should. Oh yeah, the chlamydia.
They have very infectious diseases, but they're very slow, and they just are very tired all the time.
I don't think you eat a ton of eucalyptus, so they'd freshen your breath if you do eat them.
But you'd also
All right,
get
I'm back
chlamydia.
All right. All right, so we got optimism. That means we must have Batwoman. We did
Hell
it
yes.
again.
Yes, I watched Batwoman. And good news. Did you guys watch The Batman with Robert Pattinson?
Yes.
Was
Then
it that?
You've seen this episode of Batwoman. That's
She had
right.
ankle deep water.
Yeah.
And she's like, everybody's gonna drown.
Best part of the movie.
Sorry, not the best parts of the movie are in this then.
Oh.
But the whole Riddler guy who's like putting bombs on people and detonated and all that shit, and like I feel like the Batman took that from this show.
Oh wow.
Because she literally, there's the detonator is in town.
The detonator.
Yeah.
Detonator.
They're like, you can't use Riddler. Like,
Yeah.
fuck
It
it.
just sounds like he's like, where's my money?
The detonator. Yeah, no, so he puts people in cars and he puts the bombs to them. He's like, you press this button, you blow up. You press this other button, the hospital blows up.
Oh wait, that's also like the Joker.
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
The Dark Knight.
But keep doing it throughout. It feels like the Riddler because he literally does that throughout the whole movie.
yeah.
But in this, so that first cop's like, all right, hospital. I don't give a fuck.
Wow. All right.
Let me live. And Batwoman is having some struggles now because the issue is that she killed that guy like 3 episodes ago that she got over. But now she's having PTSD. So she's like, I'm not going to be Batwoman for like a week.
Oh. Okay.
Like a week.
Yeah. For whatever reason.
AK.
Yeah.
And during this, Alice is in prison. And because, Batwoman put her there last episode, and she's like, they torture me, it's terrible. She's like, I fucking go to jail, I don't give a shit. So now, Alice is in prison with Mouse. So they're going to get up to some crazy schemes.
Oh.
Because, when you're in an asylum with a person who's dependent on another person, you just put them together because that's the best.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's nowhere else to put them.
Yeah, they like each other. They might as well hang out a little bit.
Of course I got.
And Thomas Elliott, who's from the older episode as well, he walks into like their little circle where they're all venting. Mouse is saying, I actually love this place. It's paradise. No one's after us. We're here. We're getting taken care of. And we get electroshock therapy, so it's fantastic.
Oh wow. All right.
You do get that sweet sedation.
Oh, yeah. So Thomas Elliott walks with just straight up like a knife in his shoe. And Alice is like, he's got a knife in his shoe. So she makes it her plan to get stabbed.
What?
Get stabbed?
Well, this is. Oh, you guys didn't finish the last season of Cobra Kai yet, did you? This is some scheming.
Yeah.
So she gets stabbed, and they stitch it up. And then later on, she's with Mouse, and she's like, guess what? She rips the stitches out, pours blood, and takes the knife, and she's like,
What?
I got the knife.
They didn't remove that when they closed her up?
I'm so confused. What kind of knife collapses inside of you when you get stabbed?
The gag knife.
Thomas Elliott's
bled.
knife.
It was. It sounded like she was really
Yeah,
fucking
did you-
mortally injured.
You missed. I said Thomas Elliott's knife.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's a regular. It's a prison knife. It's a little shiv. So
Okay.
she kept it in her body. She unscrewed herself. The blade was like, now we can get out of here. And Batwoman's just Jay chilling at home. There's now imposter Batwoman's because she hasn't been out in the city
for like a day.
for a few days.
No.
And also remember that illegal clinic that her sister was running? Now it's filled with patients and people.
What?
Something makes me think that this is going to be a potential blow-up area all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lucius Fox also happens to tell Batwoman, your suit is blow-up proof. Like, an explosion that could blow off limbs could happen near you, and it won't happen to you.
What?
Right?
But what about the exposed area? Like,
You shut the fuck up about that. Because guess what? She doesn't even go in her suit when she's chasing the detonator.
Oh.
And guess what?
She
gets blown up?
survives
She still survives explosions.
damn it, I was wrong. See, that's why I need that Insidious help.
Yeah. And
The power was inside her all along.
yeah, so they start
It's called
evacuating
plot
the city.
armor.
Yeah, honestly,
So
yeah.
she's Khaleesi?
They start
beds.
evacuating the city, and they're like, "You gotta get out of here because the detonator's gonna do more bombs. It's gonna be bad. You gotta get out." And they're like, "Okay, shit, all right, let's evacuate everything." And they're like, "We gotta evacuate this clinic, this illegal clinic that you're running that all of a sudden has full staffing and patients." And she's like, yeah, all right. But I can't because this he's mortally wounded and I have to save him. So I can't leave. So Batwoman has to rush to save her. And because she's rushing over, she's like, fuck, I got to make it over there. She doesn't make it. And the place actually blows up.
Oh.
So the sister survives because she's fine and she made it through the explosion
She's
too.
fine.
What?
Yeah, she's fine. She didn't know.
She learned to duck and cover like in school, like public school. Like
She kind of did a little.
Thank God.
The building's blowing up.
She dodged it.
Yeah.
she played DDR and she dodged all this stuff.
Wait, what happened?
So, and none of the patients that she had there, all the staffing, everyone who stayed lived.
What? What kind of fairy tale stuff is this?
It's a Disney movie?
Yeah.
And Lucius Fox is also he's training. He's like, I want to beat up people because they lied to me about my father, the way he died and shit. And fuck, I hate this. And Batwoman is like, why are you doing that? He's like, shut the fuck up. You're not even protecting the city. And you stop looking for that guy that I apparently didn't know you murdered. The guy that she killed a few episodes ago that everyone knows she murdered. Lucius was like, why have you stopped looking for him? He didn't know she's killed. I don't understand this. I'd also like to state that because the way HBO Max works, it doesn't sync up the episodes I watch on my phone with the TV. So every time I go to the TV, it's like, you're on this episode. And the episodes are so dog shit that I watch the beginning of it, I'm like, that could be what's happening. And then it takes me 10 minutes, wait, I saw this one. This one.
Ooh, did she beat somebody up at the beginning of the episode?
She did. And she almost killed him. That's why she's like, I can't be Batwoman for a week.
For a week.
Yeah.
It's really gonna solve her problems. The 1 week.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine Batman Beyond where he uses the gun and goes, for a week, I'm just not going to be Batman.
Yeah. So Bruce was never able to solve the detonator, who his identity was, right?
Yeah, he's a failure.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really
Loser!
He's shitty.
Yeah.
Fuck. He's a man. You can't do any of that shit.
Obviously,
That's right.
the detonator, that's top notch.
He has a dick.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah,
You can't
so
think
that's the
straight.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
Lucius
hit him
is
in the
like, he was never able to solve this crime. And Kate looks at it and she's like, it's this guy.
You need a woman's touch. I don't know what to tell you.
Detonator's this guy. I remember because I was in the military and those are military numbers. He's
So
military.
Batman was doing a man look.
Yeah, he man looked at it. He's like, Detonator's so D-tier villain that he's like, I don't care. Just let him blow shit up. I don't give a fuck.
Batman did in Home Depot when it's like, let's choose paint, and it's like, these are all blue. I mean, and they're like, no, there's one baby blue. That's like a nice cut. I'm like, well, all right, whatever.
And Kate goes to the guy's house and literally not dressed up as Batwoman because she's too PTSD'd. And she's just like, why are you doing this? She's
What?
like, I stopped. I haven't done it. Blah, blah, blah. My dad, blah, blah, blah. So,
She just commits assault.
yeah.
Uh,
As Kate. Which is so dumb.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it doesn't even really matter. The guy who was introduced a few episodes ago as a part of the Crows, he's the one that's blowing shit up anyway. So,
All right.
that's pretty much how the episode ends, too. The girl who we thought knew she was Batwoman, but was the nurse, and then they pulled the Felicity shit where she's like, oh, you're Batwoman, you're not Batwoman, oh, you keep bringing me these cases, why do I have to keep sewing you up? She's like, I know you're Batwoman, can you please save us from this crumbling building now? And Kate's like, you know? She's like, yeah, okay. The whole relationship with her and her sister was that the father married the new wife, and Kate had to now adjust to the sisters, and that she was distant. She wasn't acting like they were family. And this lady literally says to her, Kate, you've always been there for me. When it was prom or whatever, you chased the guy home because you knew he denied me, and you threw him in a urinal. And when I needed your help this way,
Is a urinal in his own home?
yeah, some stupid shit. Every scenario
Good for
she's
him.
giving was these stupid scenarios
Very
where,
specific.
of Kate, of course you're Batwoman, because Kate was always there for me. So of course Batwoman would be Kate, the person I've always looked up to.
Of course.
Yeah, all of a sudden. Yeah.
And I was like, couldn't you just said the whole show she just knew? Why do we gotta do this stupid shit? Just be like, yo, Kate, help me out. Stop this.
Yeah.
PTSD bullshit. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole episode.
Nice.
All right.
Good
Yeah.
facts. Good optimism and good Batwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually a fun episode.
Oh,
It wasn't dog shit comparatively to other episodes that are
sounded like
really bad.
Sounded like it did enough.
It was like entertaining. at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. Show still sucks. It's awful.
Oh.
I don't want to get it wrong.
I love it.
Yeah, the show's terrible, awful, but it was a very fun episode.
I think that episode Stephen Amell of the Flash just aired this past week.
Oh, it did. Oh.
I saw stuffs online about it. Got to watch and see if I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
All right. So as we're wrapping up, I sent you guys something, and I'm casting you for roles. Okay. So we're gonna read one last Chat GPT thing. It might be dumb, but I tried to keep it brief. So here we go. So Alex, you get to reprise your role. Your coveted role as Billy.
Okay.
Tony, you could be Zach.
Okay. Sounds good.
Rachel, you could be Captain Hook.
Okay.
And Matt, you could be Peter Pan.
Okay.
I have no clue who. Maybe some of these characters just don't even talk.
I'm okay if my character just doesn't talk.
I think there's something. Okay. All right. So here we go. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Captain Hook and the Dragon. Fade in. Interior Power Rangers Command Center Day. Billy and Zach receive a distress signal from Neverland, where their childhood friend Peter Pan and his lost boys reside. They inform the Rangers that Captain Hook has teamed up with a dangerous dragon and they need help.
We need help to go to Neverland to help Peter and his friends.
Are you kidding me? How are we going to get there?
I've been working on a portal generator. We can use it to get there.
All right. Let's do it.
Interior Neverland Day. Billy and Zach arrive in Neverland and meet Peter Pan, who is delighted to see his old friends.
Billy, Zach, it's been so long. We could use your help, sillies. Captain Hook and the Dragon have teamed up to take over Neverland.
Don't worry. We'll stop them. But first, we need to find out where they are.
I'll show you the way.
The group sets off through the jungle, encountering all kinds of obstacles and dangers. They eventually come across Hook's ship, where the villain is waiting for them.
Ah, Power Rangers, how lovely of you to join us. I hope you like a good fight.
The Rangers and Hook engage in a fierce battle, while the dragon flies overhead, breathing fire.
I'll distract the dragon. You guys take care of Hook. Ooh.
The Rangers fight valiantly, but they are outnumbered and outmatched. Just when all seems lost, Peter Pan returns riding on the dragon's back.
I convinced the dragon to help us. Together we could defeat Hook.
The Rangers and the dragon team up to take down Hook's ship, setting the villain and his crew running. The day is saved and Neverland is safe once again.
That was amazing. I can't believe we just fought a dragon.
And teamed up with Peter Pan. This is one adventure we'll never forget.
Why are you becoming...
My influence is Billy. Made Tony Zach also be Billy.
I'm glad I only had one line to do. It was the most relieving less stress.
You wanted zero, so...
I wanted zero, so one is close enough.
That was amazing.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Pseudo Adults. Had a great time. We'll catch you on the next one.
Wow.
And there's Peter Pan's ending woe.
The ending well, everybody.
Oh my god, I'm Matt.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
And I'm Kyle. We're Pseudo Adults. Y'all.
Yay.
Bye.